HeyDM.
Salutations, Dungeon Master.
Why did you look at me?
I love you, Hunter.
I'm here. Hello,
Hello.
folks. It's me, everyone's favorite Dungeon Master, Hunter. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I am the former host of HeyDM Arcana, which has since entered production hell. I don't know if that still exists. And
You mean Limbo?
I also,
Limbo.
as you may recall, am the loving voice of Monty.
I love you, Monty.
And I am here to lead our merry band of heroes
Baby. Sorry.
through a new adventure. So, you know what they say, second time's the charm. And without further ado, as soon as Jason
gets his tongue back in his mouth.
you know how it is. Jason's unique.
Jason, get out from under the table.
Okay, so
Someone kill me.
welcome, travelers,
Not yet.
to the world of Korvan. More specifically, the continent of Kin. That's K-Y-N. Homeland of the humans to the south, the dwarves to the north, and the gnomes wherever they can fit.
Ooh.
Now, the world of Korvan is a vast and
fuck
untamed
up,
place,
Baz.
in large part. Most maps that you're familiar with place Kin as the central continent, leaving the elven homelands of Bithynia in the northeast
DeGeneres.
across a vast sea, and farther in the east lies the mysterious lands of Gen. Little news is heard from its far shores, and even less trade arrives. To the west, rumors of a barren land ruled and inhabited by dragons persist. It is the supposed homeland of the Dragonborn, although there are few first-generation refugees to tell about it, and almost none of those who are raised away from the continent know anything of it. The world was supposedly shaped by a calamity in ages past. Whether or not this happened, nobody knows. It was supposedly over 1,000 years ago, according to legend, and even the oldest of the elves came long after it. It faded into memory, then story, then out of existence, only to persist in the epic tales of adventurers long forgotten. The peoples of the world have moved on, guided by their 17 gods and watched over by the 14 moons in the night sky. The world has persisted unchanged for some time now. Now, onto you as a more personal level. You all know Hypolion Gracchus, one way or another. However, you also know that he very rarely thinks before he does anything. Impulsive is a word that comes to mind, which is why you all thought it odd when you received a letter inviting you, quote, you and you alone.
sexy boy in a minute.
Okay. Quote, you and you alone, end quote, to a rinky-dink little town in Farnholm, one of the lesser dwarven cities to your knowledge. So, for whatever reason, you all packed up what you could and set out. For some, it was a longer journey than for others. Eventually, you arrived in the tiny town of Learbrook. Another thing that was quite odd, though, when you tried to check into the hotel room you were told to at the inn, you arrived at the exact same time as 3 other people trying to check into the same room. So, why don't we describe what those 3 other folks look like?
I'll describe both me and Bowie then.
Alright, so Bowie's character will be described in the soothing voice of Jason.
Ba, 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 ba.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna do me first because I forget everything about Bowie's character.
Okay.
So, beside a very tall, dark-skinned
Beautiful thing.
man, beautiful thing, you
yes.
see a female figure with a very boyish face, with ginger hair, which is put up into a bun-decorated area with a bunch of flowers, coating her hair with ranger-like clothing, a bow, and a very nice smile on her face. And she's very beautiful and angelic looking, and most people cannot take her eyes off of them. Take their eyes off of her. And there's a guy beside her. I don't really know what he looks like. He'll get back to you. The end.
So, someone else?
He is 6'4".
Right, yeah.
6'4", darker skin, black hair.
Medium
Yep.
to the shoulders.
Also, very attractive.
Yep.
Very attractive as well.
Oh yeah.
And he has a sort of odd smirk on his face,
Right.
although right now he
Forever
appears
smirking.
to be very concerned by the events unfolding at the reception desk of this
Yes,
inn.
that's it.
Can I talk to your manager, please?
Danny?
No, it's Jasper's turn.
Okay.
You went nice, very nice.
Oh, these bones, though.
Is he human? Alvin? Jason, are they human? Is she human?
Yep.
Bowie, is he human?
Oh God, no. But you don't know what he is.
Oh, okay.
Mysterious. All right, Danny. Now it's your turn for realsies.
Woo! Okay. Get wings.
But there's bones.
Can you not eat around bones?
Well, sucks to suck.
Describe your character.
If I get
Okay.
you a fork and knife, will you cut it?
So,
Yeah. Can I get you a fork and a knife in a second?
I've got a character,
Can you put this
and
over?
he's got a name. That was probably horrible on the mic. Oh well.
Oh, boo!
Okay.
We want plates.
Character.
That would probably be a decent idea.
You can describe your character.
Yeah. Shorter height for an Asimir.
ASMR.
ASMR?
That's what I say.
I have no clue, because it's either it's ASMR or it's Amir. Oh no!
Just keep going.
Shorter for an ASMR. Thanks. They have lighter skin. They have their blonde hair done up in a bun. He's a small boy for an Asimir. He's probably like a normal height for humans. Probably like 5'7". Why are you shaking your head? No.
No, I was biting the
5'6"?
chicken, but
Oh.
I got excited because I'm 5'7".
Oh, okay. Probably like 5'6".
Jason's height.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Something like that. Sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? 5'7" and a half.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh, it's like a
And he's got a black cloak, and he's got a black outfit, and he's got a little white thing, like, at the top of the collar. Like, you know, like
Clasp?
priests do. Yeah. He's got, like, one of those.
Does he look like a good boy?
Yeah.
Great.
He's in a black cloak, though, so.
good
But he
boy,
looks
black
like overall like a good boy.
I think
Like
so.
he's a little innocent.
boy. Good is subjective.
Probably.
A little innocent.
Probably.
Cool.
He looks, I think he would look like it.
Not for long.
Oh. Well, okay. Ah!
We can't yell every time the light turns off.
Every time the light turns off, we all go, ah!
I think that's
Alright
it.
then.
I don't know. He's got a rapier on his. I don't know. What? I
All
was
right.
gonna say like on his hip, but like you know it's in the sheath thing.
Yeah.
A big backpack.
A big backpack.
Yeah, a big fancy backpack.
I only eat cuisine.
So. You're standing around. You're standing around in this tavern called the Grey Mare in the small mountainside village of Learbrook. Looming through the windows are the great Einholm Mountains, the largest of which is due north of the town and called Mount Farnholm, where the Dwarven city is located. Learbrook is quite a small town, maybe only 100 people in the town proper and surrounding fields. The folks live mostly off of hardy crops and gathered foods, and the town is quiet, even for a small place. The first cold winds of fall are blowing in from the mountains, and it's an early and cool morning, so the tavern is mostly empty, save for a human barkeeper, a decently well-bit man, if a bit hefty, with short red hair and big mutton chops. His name is Tom, as you come to find out. He stands behind the bar in the low-ceilinged one-floor building. The whole thing is made of wood with a great fire pit in the center and several small slits in the wooden roof above to allow the smoke to escape. Also in the tavern, there's a young girl with blonde hair and brown eyes sweeping up by the door. Her name, as you've heard Tom call a few times now, is Ira. She's wearing a patchy, tattered, knee-length, sleeveless brown dress, although in actuality it looks more like a burlap sack than anything. Lastly, there's a dwarf with dark brown hair and travel-worn clothes. He's sitting alone at a table, toying with a grayish-blue coin, and strangely for a dwarf, not drinking. So,
Not drinking.
not
Okay.
drinking. He's sober. You think.
Interessante.
What are
I
you?
was told in my letter that I had a room here. Why are you guys all checking into the same room? I'll let you guys finish eating first. Because I see that we've all gotten something from Tom.
The note was from Graphics.
Info from Gragas.
Yes. Hi, Pauline.
Wait, let me see that.
Yes, you've all got a copy of the letter.
How the fuck?
Are you comparing the letters?
Yes.
Okay. The letters, with the exception of the name, where it names each of you individually, are basically identical.
How the fuck? How do you know him?
Bro, you gotta speak up. I cannot hear you.
Yup.
Huh. Well, he bought bread from my bakery. The end. Anyway, are we all going to share the bed, or do we want to like cuddle? I'm cool with cuddling.
Tom is sort of like eyeing you up weirdly.
Tom, how big is the bed? Can we cuddle on the bed?
It's a single.
Oh, perfect. Enough space.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Pardon me. I would prefer not to be rooming with so many people. Is there anywhere else within the inn that I might
We can be
stay?
roomies. I'm honestly a delight.
I mean, if you want to buy another room, I can do that.
I would be more than happy to.
The fella who came through a few days ago only rented the rooms for the one, though.
Lord.
We can be roomies. It's okay. How much is it?
Let me find out. I've got it written down on my computer here.
A computer!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, what the is that?
No, yeah, no.
Technology!
So he sort of like looks down at a ledger that he's got sort of beneath the counter, and
It's called a computer.
no.
He flips something up and you get
The book has the name computer written across the top.
And he goes, well, we've got 3 rooms available. One gold per night for those. One of them has 2 twin-size beds. The other 2 both have 1 queen.
Which bed do you prefer to cuddle on? And I smile.
Little lady, I think you're getting quite ahead of yourself.
My father sometimes says that, but it's okay because I always figure it out in the end. Anyway, so cuddling. Do you prefer like really close cuddling or like a little bit away cuddling? You know, leave room for Jesus.
Darling, I'm gonna let you know right now, if you go into a room with me, the only thing we're going to be doing is soft cuddling, though just as close.
I ask that you keep it down after 10 p.m.
Keep what down?
The cuddling?
Well, we're not talking very loudly, you know.
Lord,
just,
I'd like to room with that one, please.
That's up to that one. I just sell the rooms. I'm not.
I dropped my chicken wing. I did it by your foot, Hunter. It's right
I
there.
see it now.
Do I need to persuade you to let me room with you? Or-
Eat it. It's very yummy.
You see him like very like like grab his chest just like that was preposterous. Yeah, you'll have to roll.
You can also room with me too. And I smile.
Do you want
Yes, and I
Okay.
get advantage.
Oh.
Give me a second. I have to move my chicken wings.
20,
So
not
you
nat
need to
though.
hold
Yes, please. Hold it. I get advantage.
Jasper, you're gonna have to help me. They're already flirting with me. Both
Roll
of them.
Roll a wisdom save.
I'm rolling a what? Danny?
A what?
A wisdom
A
save.
wisdom save?
Did you say perception?
I assume you're trying to resist being persuaded.
Yes.
A wisdom save.
Persuasion.
So did you beat a 20?
I can't see.
Did you beat a 20?
Hold on. I didn't write this in.
What's your wisdom modifier?
I got it. Wait. 21.
I got a 21.
I save! Maybe.
Yeah, you only got a 20, so neither of you are successful in persuading.
Honestly, I'm a really good
Well,
roommate.
I don't really know where I'm sitting then.
I just shit my pants. I'm gonna kill myself. Why do you talk like Davenport?
Yes, well, Sir Reverend Godly at your service.
Allira Delvor, very nice to meet you.
I would love to room by myself, please.
It's still 1 gold per night.
Here you are.
Okay.
I drop a gold.
Alright.
Well, who wants to room with me because I'll be very lonely with myself? I'll do your hair. Okay, but I'll do your hair.
Don't touch me.
I assume you wanted one of the queen size.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. And you know what we'll do? Oh wait, do you want this room, a single bed, or do you want another room?
2 beds, please.
I can make that happen. 1 gold, please.
Here you
Thank you.
Where's my pencil?
Where'd you pencil? Where'd you put it? Lost pencil. Ain't lost pencil.
go. I love you.
I don't really know. I can't do this voice right now. Ah. I don't know.
Set it on the floor behind you.
The... I was gonna say no, but I guess that works too.
So the 3 of you got rooms now, and what about yourself there, companion? And Jasper, he sort of like nods to you. Did you want a room? Sorry, what was that?
The room that was rented is still there.
Yes, the room that was rented is still there.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
I can make that work.
No, the
Although if
cans.
can I help you?
Oh,
Boy?
Where'd you put the cans of the iced tea?
I put
Not
them on the
trademarked, sir.
Over here. So
Thanks,
that they wouldn't
Tom.
be click clacking around.
Thank you, Tom. Whoa,
Name's-
that's cold, Tom. I'll take it.
Name's Tomwell.
Tom. Sorry, Tom. Well,
You can call me Tom.
Is he attractive?
He's a little bit overweight, and he's got like bright ginger hair and like ginger
I
mutton
said,
chops.
dude, that motherfucking
son,
son, you bitch. Is he attractive?
Right.
That's subjective. He's like average. He's got a dad bod.
Yeah, no.
Dead bod. Dead bod. Woo.
Yeah, so
Like, I'm still looking, but like, I'm
Okay.
not like into it. I'm just
Okay.
kind of like, I
he's
mean,
like,
maybe.
if you happen to see that friend of yours, Gracchus, after this whole kerfuffle, do tell him that I will not be renting rooms to him in advance anymore.
it is okay. He also owes me money for the bread that he stole from my family.
Reverse Kizza.
He's a bread.
It's you.
I see.
I see too.
So also in your note, you were told to meet Gracchus at Farnholm at your nearest convenience upon arrival.
Me too.
And
Everyone,
is that
all of the notes.
in the?
So
Mountains?
you right now are basically in a mountainside little town, little shitty town, and Farnholm is this again one of the lesser dwarven cities, so it's not as great as like some of the other ones, but it's about, from what you've heard, a day's walk to the north, but you're like not 100% sure on that. None of you have ever been.
Okay.
I would love some of
I
these.
love walking. I love walking and talking and walking and talking. Did you know I'm a ranger? I'm like Hermione Granger.
My lord, woman, would you shut up?
Okay. This is not the day I was hoping for.
It's okay.
Pretty
I
sure
don't
you're
ever
not.
take it to heart.
Pretty sure you're not the lady. You can keep talking. I thought you were going to shut up then, so I wanted to reassure you.
Are you a man of the church?
Indeed I am.
Well, we do have a local temple to the Five in town if you would like to pray.
To the what?
The Jackson 5, haven't you heard?
Not the Jackson 5. Not the Jackson 5.
I love you, Daddy.
The 5, good gods, 5 good gods.
Oh.
You know.
No.
Oh, you're not a man of that church. I understand.
No!
I see.
I know what the voice reminds me of. You cheeky bitch.
That's literally it, Jason.
I see. Well, there is a temple to the 5 if any of you other folks feel like.
What's the 5?
So the 5 within this world, you've all heard of them. They are the sort of, it's the primary religion of this world. They are the 5 good gods. So there are other.
Had my dad told me about them.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's basically this world's, Catholicism. Only not as violent, usually. Usually. There are violent sects. For example,
I thought you said sex.
no.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Sects with a T.
CTS.
No.
BTS.
STDs.
Oh no!
But for example, there is Kavir, who is a lawful good deity, but also a war deity. So there have been numerous conquests in his name and stuff like that.
Okay.
But for the most part, most people choose a specific god within the 5 to worship as their patron deity. However, it's still just the faith of the 5, and the symbol is a left hand facing out, or sorry, a right hand facing outwards, like palm out. That's the holy symbol. One finger represents each god.
What's the guy's name again?
What's the middle finger?
I don't know off the top of my head.
There was a good question, and there was a bad question.
And I was the good question.
I'm sorry. What was the innkeeper?
Mm-hmm.
The innkeeper's name is Tomwell or Tom.
Okay.
My character's gonna lean across the counter towards him, and with a big, sharp, toothy grin, he's going to say, Tomwell, do you perhaps have a church that looks towards something a little more, shall I say, demonic?
Oh, those are not very good words.
Now, I'm a battery phone low.
I'm a battery.
As much as I would love to help you out, I've got 7 minutes. As much as I would love to help you out, we tend not to get into that sort of business in this town.
Well, very good. I just wanted to make sure. I am, of course, following the 5 gods. I needed to make sure that there was nothing here that would harm me.
Okay. Your rooms are over there.
Thank you so much, Tomwell.
Also, the middle finger.
Sorry, I hiccuped when you said
the middle finger is Firan, who is the goddess of fertility and and good harvest.
Sorry, I choked as I said that.
That's a special trick that's gonna help us later.
Excuse me. Is there an outlet anywhere?
You could very politely ask our dear friend if they will lend you theirs.
Will you lend me yours?
What?
Outlet?
Oh, yeah!
Because
Okay.
I'm sitting here on a whopping 6 minutes. This computer dies really fast.
Oh no.
Yeah. Thank you, Danny.
We will
Would you like
share
I appreciate it.
this one outlet. The
You're my
single outlet.
Favorite.
I should be at 100.
Would you like some?
I'm at a
Huh?
hundo.
Would you like some? If anyone else wants any, go ahead.
Oh,
am
sorry.
I?
Thank you.
I felt that.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Ta-da!
Ba-na-na-na.
Great.
Plugged in. Okay.
So anyways, I'm still making my character too.
That's fair.
I still don't have a name, so you're doing good.
Yeah, so he's like, are you folks just passing through, or are you headed somewhere in particular?
To be quite fair with you, I wasn't planning on coming. However, the letter was somewhat compelling. I decided to show up, and now I figured out that we have been shoved in a group with a few people that I'm not entirely sure I trust, so I don't think I'll be staying here very long. Might be one night, just so I can get my stuff back together, and then I will be out of your hair.
Gracchus is like that. I've met him, unfortunately.
Deceitful
Bitch
fuck.
owes me $20.
What is
20
up
bucks.
with Hyperion?
20 gold!
20 gold.
He racked up quite the tab while he was here.
Oh boy.
Well, he just
And he
stole
has
some
not
bread.
paid you back yet.
He went up to Fernhold 5 days ago. Very few people come back.
Interesting. Well, I will make sure you get your pay back. You seem like an honest man.
What about my bread? He took my dad's like finest pretzel bread. Oh, you guys have to have it. Wait, I have some with me. And took
You've
it like a
got
little bit
pretzel
low.
bread.
You have.
Do you want to have
I
some?
don't
bread.
want pretzel bread.
You have
Yeah.
pretzel bread.
Yes, it's like the best. You put like salt on it.
So at this point, at this point, the dwarf who is sitting there sort of like looks over to you, and the little girl, she's like maybe 6 or 7 years old. She kind of stops sweeping and looks up at you.
Do you want some? It's like everyone in the tavern.
The dwarf looks away from you, and the little girl goes, "No, thank you."
They're like,
She doesn't take bread from strangers. That's a smart girl.
well, I'm not a stranger. I've never done anything like horrible in my life. Would you like some bread? It's really
know
good.
Your name.
I'm Allira.
I didn't know this was. They don't even know your name.
I'm Allira. Hello. Would you like some?
No, thank you.
Was
I'm
that the
Tom.
dwarf? No, I'm
No.
looking at the
I thought
dwarf.
that was a girl.
Yeah. So
The girl's like,
the girl's like, "No, thank you."
Oh, excuse me, dwarf. Are you past Venkun? Oh no, the Venkun mining service.
Nah.
Oh, okay. I had him come down through my town a few days ago, but I'm sorry. I don't know you very much. I've like lived in the wilderness all my life, so dwarves kind of look the same a little bit. So
I understand.
apologize.
Do you see this?
Anyway, I hope you have a very good day.
Can I help you with something?
Well, now
No, I
it's a
just
shame that
wanted
I
to know
could
if you want
room
some
with
bread.
you, but
Anyway,
by God, I'm
I
starving.
don't want any bread, thank you.
Walk away. Anyway, hi. I'm going to go up into the room. Which room is it, Tom?
Room number 4.
Oh, I love the
Lord
room number
help me.
4. And I go up to my 4. Sorry, 4.
and what
It's
room
it's still
number do
early
I have?
morning, by the way.
It's fine.
Okay. Room number 3.
The Lord shall save you today. You're in room number 3.
Oh, thank the Lord. I follow you. I'm like, I'm not having this.
So Tom just sort of like goes back to polishing a glass or something.
You fucking buffoon!
Sorry, you flipped the chicken nugget.
It's not a chicken nugget!
Trying to get to the salt.
You're gonna knock over my dice!
I'm sorry.
You
My chicken wing touched your lamp. Is that a monster?
Oh my
Anyway, so I'm in my room,
Okay.
and
Wait,
You know-
wait. I think Jasper has something to say.
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
I don't know if it's about the chicken wings or not.
What can I do you for, Jasper? Room number 1. Room number 2's already booked. Can I help you?
No, I was just wondering. I was doing the math. Everything is fine.
so I'm sitting on my bed.
Okay.
I've like, I put the bed up, so like, there's 2 separate pillows, so it looks like there's 2 people staying, you know, making it look really nice and really cute, like, because we got 2 beds. I made sure their bed looks really nice and cute, and it has like a little heart, like, piece of paper that I cut up real quick, and like, I'm just sitting on my bed, I'm like waiting, diddling my thumbs and kicking my feet, waiting for them to come into the room.
I'm going into room number 3.
Okay. You're gonna be waiting a while.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
Like morning.
Like 9:30 in the morning.
In the. Why are we going up to our rooms?
To put our stuff away.
Ah. That was me, not my character.
Unless you want to keep your bag on you at all times, though it does look rather large.
It's a very fancy bag. Thank you very much.
It does look fancy, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you might want to put it down.
It's got my mirror in it.
Your mirror? Alright, well, I mean, I suppose if you need to touch up your eyeliner later.
It's also got my robes and my hero's kit and my water and my blanket.
There's a blanket on the bed.
My
There's a
blanket.
blanket on the bed. It's got my. Nope, I'm wearing those clothes.
It's got your clothes in it.
It's got my robes in it, not my clothes. I'm wearing my clothes.
That's rather a shame.
Funny joke.
Yes, a joke. It's very funny. I I hope you don't mind. I'm kind of a bit of a comedian.
I'm just gonna poke my head
Great.
out into the hallway.
Are you coming?
You're sort of muffled from the hallway.
I made your bed I made your bed all nice and pretty. On second thought, I don't think I need to put my bag down. Would you care to join me to look around the town?
Yeah, what's up with the other guy?
What?
Are we both like looking at Jasper's character like?
Did he follow us up, or
As
is
I
he?
go to open my door, you guys just turn and look at me.
Yeah, you like poke your heads into the hallway, and Jasper's just like standing next to his room, opening the door, listening.
Wait, he's opening our door?
Opening his door.
Oh, if he was
There.
opening our door, I'd be like,
No, other door. Door to room number 1, remember? Because you forgot how numbers work in a hotel.
Okay. Oh, there he is. You there?
What?
Mm-hmm. I see we're grouped together.
Apparently.
Would you care to accompany us? We're going to go look around town for a little bit.
Just give me a moment to go up on my face and then sure.
I.
Sounds good, dog.
I lit.
Lit, fam.
Alright, so.
That was. Oh no, my vocabulary.
Alright, so, true to their word, stuff gets dropped off, and the three of you head out of the inn.
I shout up. Oh, we're downstairs.
What's Jasper saying?
What? He comes out wearing the exact same thing he still has.
Okay.
That's fair. Alright,
Well, you got all your stuff. Oh, I see you've got all your stuff. Did you drop anything off? You're very quiet. You're a very quiet person. Now you're a very muffled person.
Are you all right?
You, I feel as if your Wi-Fi isn't connected. That's you know what I mean.
And those that are hello.
yes, actually.
He walks up to me. Is that better? Hello? My yes, it
Alright,
is.
so we're just gonna shuffle right along now. So, you leave the tavern, and the town outside is less of a town, and more like 36 small houses that occupy a space together, roughly. So the main road, as it's referred to, also known as the Farns Path, runs north to south, with the north route out of town leading towards Farnholm. There are also 2 roads that run east to west, the high road to the north and the low road to the south. They continue for a short distance before ending. So the inn sits on the corner of the Farns Path and the high road, and directly across is the general store. On the east end of the low road, there's a barn that serves as a smith. There's also a bakery, the Reeves Manor, and a small house that has been converted into a Church of the Five. Lying in a ditch across the street from you is a man swaddled in large amounts of grey robes and clothes, with a dented brass bowl and a few coppers lying on the street in front of him. And that's sort of what you spied that was of note as you made your way to the inn.
I run out of the inn, and I'm like, it's okay. A lot of people forget me. It's all okay. It's okay. Don't feel bad. Okay.
I literally called as we were walking out the door, like, yes, we're going downstairs. I don't know if you heard, if you personally heard me say that.
I heard it. Of course, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. I've made your bed all really, really nice, just so you know. So if you ever just want to like,
Did you run out to us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you weren't gonna. I thought you were just gonna stay in there. I'm like, I did call. I'm like, I did call.
so if you ever like, if you want to like stay with another person, it's totally fine. But like, I just made your bed really, really nice, and I promise I won't talk. I won't talk if you want to stay in the room. It's just there's a little heart on it for you, just so you know when we make it home. But it's okay. So where are we going? Oh, that bed's dead.
I beg your pardon, he's not dead.
Is he okay?
You're across the street from him.
I'm gonna walk over to him.
Are you dead?
Not very nice to ask somebody.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's usually what we do in my
Alright.
town.
So as you walk towards him, you see that he's like this spindly old man with a dented brass bowl in front of him on the ground. And he shies away as you come close, and with one hand he pushes the bowl towards you. And as he does, you can see he has quite bad burn scars on the palms of his hands. And he just like avoids all eye contact.
The coins are the coins like just laid out in front of him, like not in the bowl, or are they in the bowl? Because you said there was.
I thought they were
copper.
in the bowl.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
in the
they're
bowl.
in the bowl.
Sorry.
Can I pick up the bowl?
Bruh.
Yeah.
He shoved it towards us. Oh, I lied. I was gonna put a couple silver in it. I put in 3 copper.
So he sort of like, fucking hell. He sort of nods at you, and he's like, "Thank you, Father." Seeing your priestly attire.
Reverend, but all right.
I walk over. I'm like, hi. Are you okay? What's your name? And I try to look him in the eyes.
Well, I'll tell you my story for a silver piece.
I have a gold piece. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, I don't really like this color gold, but I mean, if you like it, that's fine. And I give him a gold piece.
All right, so you put a gold piece in, and it clinks. He goes, "My name is Edmund. I'm from Cassathon. When I was younger, I fled the country to escape the civil war there.
Wait, from what? Where?
A country called Cassathon.
Cassathon. Okay.
It's
Not Narnia.
What's
Not
his
Narnia.
name?
Edmund.
I was thinking Castlevania.
No.
I was thinking Narnia because they went Edmund, and I'm like,
Oh, Edmund's my favorite! Okay.
Cassathon. It's a fair ways to the south.
is it like
Okay.
Narnia?
It's not like Narnia.
It's
It-
got Civil War,
is-
apparently.
It's recently come out of a civil war, actually.
Well, no, there was a war in Narnia, so it is kind of like
It's kind of like Narnia.
Anyways.
Me and Danny are like,
I decided I never wanted to see others displaced the way I was, so I became a candle priest. I wandered the world helping the downtrodden and never really thinking for myself. Then I fell ill. Perhaps it was the will of the gods, but 5 be damned, I could barely walk. And I'll admit I stopped my pursuit to help others and turned inwards. In the end, I lost my leg and my candle flickered. I was told I could redeem myself if I got my wax from close to King's Hearth. This is as far north as I could make it on one leg. So now I'm here, a failure in death as I was in life. And for 4 winters I've been stuck here. A starving cripple like me has no chance over the mountains, at least not alive.
alrighty. Are you gonna respond, or are you just gonna?
I'm trying not to laugh. Sorry. That's how I want to go.
So you can roll knowledge religion if you want to figure out what a candle priest is.
I would
basically.
love to.
Okay. Are you going to?
Oh no.
I'm gonna roll some religion here.
16 for me.
Okay.
17.
Okay. Jasper, are you gonna roll religion?
Yeah.
Why can I roll higher than like? the
What'd you
godly
get?
one?
It's fine, I'm not smart.
I'm a demon.
A nat 20? Delightful.
+1.
21. Yeah, so.
I was gonna say that.
Okay, so, Bowie and Danny, your understanding is basically, you become a candle priest, and when you do, you get given an enchanted candle. That so long as you are a good person and you help others, it will not burn down. It will just remain lit. If you're
lit.
if you're like a dickbag and selfish, the candle burns down, and you always carry it with you in the palm of your hands. So once the candle burns down low enough, it scars your hands, and you're basically outcast from the order. Jasper, you know a little bit more that in some situations, if you get outcast from the order, you basically have to go and find this another enchanted candle somewhere on this great quest to redeem yourself. So when he says he was on his way to King's Hearth, which is another Dwarven city farther north, it's like the main Dwarven city, he was on his way north to get another candle to redeem himself when he stopped here because he couldn't make it over the mountains.
Are you gonna say something?
Eating.
Okay.
Yes. Well, it's okay. I don't have any candle wax on me, but
You didn't even roll.
Okay.
because he said he wanted wax.
Oh, okay.
He did say out loud that he wanted wax.
Oh, right.
I could piggyback you if you want, or I could like get whatever you wanted if we ever go up there. If you just like want to chill here, or you know what? You can have my bed in the inn. I only paid for like a night, so you can have it for tonight. But I'll sleep in like the lobby or whatever you want.
I don't even know what your name is again.
I'm Allira.
Allira, I've got this. You're looking for a candle.
Technically.
This one may not be enchanted, but I do hope that it lights your path. And I give him a candle.
Oh, problem solved. Bye. Just try walking the other way.
I'll give him a candle anyway.
Thank you. He's got a very confused look on his face.
I'm gonna reach a hand out
It's
towards
a
him.
candle.
Please.
You've got a hand.
Give him your hand.
Please give me your hand.
All
Or
right.
the candle.
It's
I don't know.
cold and clammy and dirty and gross.
He doesn't care.
Okay.
He's gonna slowly help him up.
All right. So you see now that underneath the sort of like mass of cloth and robes that he was sleeping under, he is deathly scrawny. He has clearly not eaten in a very long
I
time.
haven't done your character's name again.
Allira.
Allira,
Yeah.
you had food, correct?
1 second, let me come back. What? Hello?
You had food, correct?
Yeah, I have a pretzel bun.
I think this man is hungry.
Are you hungry? Is he hungry? Are you hungry?
Yes.
Oh my god, would you like pretzel bun?
Yes, please.
Here you go.
Thank you.
So we got you your candle, we got you some food.
I was about to
Problem
say,
solved?
was my candle for fucking nothing?
Ooh.
Sorry.
They go,
is the problem solved then? Problem solved. He's got a candle. Doesn't have a leg. We can't give him a leg, but got some bread.
Allira,
I was about to say that, to be honest. I was going to say that, but then I realized it wasn't the best thing to say. That's not the best thing to say.
It's not. Oh, I'm sorry about your leg. I can't give you a leg.
Okay. That's okay.
Thank you. Okay, guys. He said it's okay.
Allira,
Yeah.
you have an extra bed in your room.
No, you're staying with me.
I think
I
we can accommodate.
Will temporarily stay with them for one night if you will let him sleep next.
Okay, do you want me roomies? Roommates? I love roommates. I've never had one before and I really want one.
Okay.
Oh, can I do your hair?
He's mostly bald.
Can I do whatever hair you have left?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make you look so awesome and pretty and beautiful and handsome.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'm not very strong, so can someone bring him
Maybe a
over
little.
to my room? Then we can go do whatever we want to do, like look or anything. If you stay in my room, I put a little heart on the bed. It was for him, but it's okay because you're gonna be roomies. So if you just want to chill there, I don't know how you'd get down because you don't have any legs. Me upstairs, but it is okay.
He doesn't have any legs.
He's got one.
I thought-
You got
okay, I
one.
thought he had
You've got
one.
one. You got
got
one. It
one.
was a little hard because I'm gonna like tumble down the stairs. That's fine. But you know what? I'll bring you back something really, really nice.
Okay.
Awesome. I think his name's okay because that's all he says.
My name's Edmund.
That is nothing like okay.
I think she was gone.
Do you want anything? I
Uh,
don't have much.
No, I don't want anything. What are you talking about?
I want sanity.
I'll just. They're gonna bring you to the bed because I'm not very strong. Can you see? Ooh, noodle arms. So I'm gonna bring you to the bed. I'll bring you something really nice because we're gonna be roomies. Wake up for some ever. Yeah. I'll see you in the room, okay? Can someone bring them up? I'm not very strong. He doesn't have like legs. He has one leg. I don't know how you get up the stairs with a leg.
You're not very nice, are you?
I think I am. I've only ever lived with my dad, and he says I'm very nice.
I think she's just really blunt is the problem.
Yeah.
Can I see anything hanging from his robes? Like, does he have anything?
He's famous. No, I'm sorry. It took me a second to process what you meant. I mean, it doesn't really look like it.
Does he have any rings or anything on him?
No,
We're fine.
nothing like that.
Can I do an insight check on this guy?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I gave him a candle, and he wasn't very happy about it.
It's almost like the candle you gave him is completely fucking useless to him.
It was supposed to be like a metaphor or something.
Yeah, a metaphor for the candle he can't get, so his life lost purpose.
No, it was supposed to be like, I give you a candle, I hope it gives you light, and then it's like, oh, I found the light in myself, and then it becomes an enchanted.
And then he grows a new
and
leg.
Then, yes! 17 on insight!
He's telling the truth.
Great! That candle was useless! He had no gratitude!
So
Thank
can
you,
someone bring him
strangers.
upstairs? I'm not a stranger anymore. I'm your best friend.
Okay.
I love him. I'm gonna nickname him Okay. Can I nickname you Okay? Okay.
His name is Edmund.
Okay. Can I call you like Ed or like Ed K?
You
Ed K.
must.
Okay. I just said what he says.
Am
Can
I
someone bring him
going
upstairs,
to the
please?
room now?
I'm not very strong.
I apologize. These people are not my friends. I will let you
Oh well, I think I'm your friend, but it's okay. I
accept
have to
your
pee.
apology.
Is he taking? Are you taking Edmund from like my grasp? Because I'm kind of holding Edmund up right now. Like I'm still trying to help him up.
Guys, he can still stand
You gonna try
on
and
one
pickpocket
leg.
Edmund?
I can help them up to the room.
Okay, are you? I'm asking you if you're coming near me.
What are you gonna do? Lick him?
Sort of like puts his arm a hand out like offering. Like I can help you up to the
You're like.
room.
I'm going to let him. I'm gonna like hand the hand over to him and make sure that he's got a good grip. And then I want to walk past their character and I want to try to take something from them.
Want to try and take something from Edmund? Or
From Jasper.
Jasper, okay.
I want to try to take something from them. I want.
You can
This be good.
certainly try.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get away with it, but
Not
I'm gonna
very
try.
good.
Well, that's because it's been sitting
I
there
don't
for
think
an
I
hour.
have.
No, like put it in there.
You just eat a carrot covered in honey garlic.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No
23.
shit, it wasn't good.
Am I rolling to like perceive this?
I'll say roll perception because you're not trustworthy of these people yet.
Oh yeah, fuck no. My lights just flicker. Perception.
Perception.
22.
I got a 23.
You got a 23, so it's not a great success. So you
That's-
can't like fucking rip their clothes off.
No, I'm not. I'm not
What
taking their clothes.
specifically are you like looking for?
Anything and grab. I just want something to hold. I'm just taking something. Like he doesn't care what it
You
is.
kleptomaniac.
Yeah, he's a klepto.
I
He just
have
is taking something.
Many arrows you can take. Some of them look kind of fancy.
Just take a fancy arrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Take
You've
a
lost a
fancy
fancy arrow. You've gained a fancy arrow.
arrow. Hell yeah.
Gained one, bracket one.
Fancy
arrow.
arrow.
Normal arrow, but it has like fancy feathers on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fancy.
Yeah, arrow, normal, parentheses, fancy.
Minus one
One.
arrow, I guess.
Plus one arrow.
Great.
Alright, so, yeah,
I'm
just...
going to run back to the room to the end.
Okay.
He's so fast.
Yeah, it's like halfway across the street. You're not far.
Is that
I'm
Terry
immediately
Fox?
gonna take it out of my inventory because I'm going to stab it in his door, the first door, the one that Jasper's staying in.
Okay.
What?
He's going
Okay.
to die.
So you stab the arrow in, and then what do you do, Bowie?
I stab the arrow in with a note that says "Be wary," and then I just go back to room 3.
Okay. So yeah,
Not even going back. What the heck?
yeah.
We'll skip back.
Jasper, you arrive and you drop off Edmund in Allira, Jason here's room, and he thanks you, and then
Wait.
hobbles to the bed.
Yeah.
Buy him a meal downstairs as fast as
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna like, while Jasper does that,
Are you gonna go upstairs to your room at all?
I'll pass my door at some point.
Okay, well then you see the note with the arrow stuck into it, your arrow, that just says "Be wary."
Takes the arrow and the note.
Nice. +1 arrow.
anyway, so
Yeah.
where does he have hair in his head?
He's got like this sort of like horseshoe, like bald on top.
My dad has that, oh my god. So, I'm gonna like, with my hands, would like,
Would a meal be?
Let me find it here. Did you follow them back to the inn?
oh yeah,
Okay.
I said I was skipping back.
Bless you.
Stop it! He's allergic to the environment.
Speaking of allergic,
5 silver.
5 silver for a meal?
It's an expensive meal.
Bruh!
There's nowhere else to get one in town. He can charge whatever he wants.
True.
People come there for takeout.
That's a dick move.
where's my...
Tom's got to make a living too.
Very good living, apparently.
Upstairs.
What are you looking for?
my nail.
Is it upstairs? Did you leave it on the couch? Is it in there? You just didn't see
Are
it?
you doing the same 10 gold? I mean, 1 gold equals 10 silver?
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want change? Bless you.
Yeah, I want my change back.
Okay, you get 5 silver back. Did you leave it upstairs?
No.
Are you sure about that?
found my wallet.
Okay, that's not the same.
That's not your inhaler.
It's
Jason.
fine. It's
It's
fine.
in your
literally.
pocket?
Anyway,
That's a big inhaler.
my penis?
Yeah, it's in your.
No. I'm gonna comb his little tufts of baldness.
Okay,
hair.
so while he's eating his meal, you're combing his quote tufts of baldness hair.
Jesus Christ! Can you be a functioning member of society?
I am.
To think, I was worried we might get all the way to the end of this today, so I was in a rush to complete it.
No.
You guys are still at the fucking starting in. So, what are the rest of you up to?
I'm gonna piss.
Okay. So, what are the rest of you up to?
I'm gonna piss.
I'm sitting on the bed on one of the sides and just like chilling. I'm not doing anything.
So 2 of you were out of the adventure, I guess. And then there were 2 of us.
I'm going to go back outside. Others, I guess, to check out the town with them, because I guess I'm stuck with these fucking people.
So, who are you having a chat with your party members here?
I'm trying to go find
Oh
them.
wait, I forgot we were gonna explore the town.
Yeah,
I guess
there's
I'm
only
gonna
2
go
of
back.
us outside
I'm
now.
gonna go back to the.
Okay, so you see, you pass by Allira, who is lovingly combing Edmund's hair, and in front of the inn, you find. Does your character have a name?
Nope.
Okay, you find Bowie's character and
The man.
Reverend Godly, as you've come to
Oh,
know,
yeah.
your beloved weird ASMR friend.
Yeah, man.
Okay, if we're gonna be stuck together, can I at least know your guys' names? This is weird.
No.
Well, you can call me Ez. That works.
Ez like Ezra?
No, just Ez.
Just Ez? No last name?
I have a
No
full
nickname?
name, but I don't want to give it to you. Call me Ez.
Alright. Ez? Ez? Alright, Ez. Fine. Ez? Ez.
Keep making fun of my name, or am I gonna punch you?
I would not like to be punished. Please and thank you. Ez?
Yes! Love your name. I just don't want to give it to you guys. I don't fucking know you.
man, that's an easy name to remember.
Are you going to tell me your name or am I going to punch you?
I have already said it. My name is Reverend Godly. Some of my friends call me Godly. Some of my friends call me Saru.
Saru.
Saru. You really have to emphasize. I'm gonna die.
Strange. I'm going to look around town.
I thought we were, but somebody's combing an old man's hair right now.
We can just leave her behind.
Yeah, you can just leave Allira behind. She'll find you. Like,
That's scary.
We leave a note in the sand. We left.
so do you guys want to just go explore around town? It's not a big place. Also, Allira's.
I left a note.
They didn't actually. They stood in front of the inn bitching about names.
That's a very good point.
What are you looking for? Oh shit, are you alive?
Where's your inhaler? Did you leave it upstairs? No. Did you check?
Jay, stop dying.
I didn't in fact check. I walked up. The first thing the TV
Fucking,
said.
is that it right there or is that paint? I can't tell.
That's paint.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
Your
I'm
said.
questioning because it looks very inhalery. That's paint.
Okay.
In my defense, I saw the purple one with the weird shit on top of it. So I thought it was the sucky bit.
The TV. My foot's the TV said, "I'm pregnant," and then the guy goes, "Well, fuck," and then your mom started yelling, and I was like,
Oh my god, she's watching Letterkenny. It's about these, like, weird, like...
Oh, Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I said that's what my dad did to my mom. I mean, my mom did to my dad.
That's your dad walked up to your mom and was like,
say?
"I'm pregnant."
Is that why Bowie's mom said, what?
No, because she was screaming because, like, the guy was like, "Well, fuck," and I'm like, "That's what my dad said when I was."
Oh my god, wait. What did the guy look like?
Your mom.
Do you look emo?
No.
Do you look like a jock?
Yeah, he was like
Jason,
blonde and
I
he was holding the
found
phone.
it.
How the fuck did he get over there?
You probably put it over there.
Well, I'm stupid.
Over here.
Okay, so you guys are walking around the town. Was there anywhere
going
in
home.
particular you wanted to walk?
Wait, am I still standing with them, or what the fuck's
Or
that?
That's up to you.
selling, like, arrows?
I mean, there's a general store.
I'm done braiding the.
Let me know when we're back to roleplay.
I'm done braiding the bald guy's hair, and then I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to where they are standing. I'm assuming.
Okay. So you, as you guys are standing here, arguing about names, Allira boldly walks into the group.
Hi guys.
So we're
Have you
leaving.
done his hair already?
There wasn't much to do.
There wasn't much to do.
He doesn't have a lot of hair.
He doesn't have a lot of hair.
Why are you copying?
Why are you copying me?
Stop copying.
Stop copying me.
So yeah, are you guys just gonna explore town?
Yes.
Yes.
Love to.
You can.
Do I have a map? Like, you know, like those little maps of WEM that give you like all the little places and like cool things? No, I don't.
No, but I described to you what cool places there were.
Right, there were roads that
Would you like me to
did a
describe
map
to you the
thing.
cool places again?
There was nowhere cool. It was just 3 dozen houses basically put together, and then there was the church.
There was the church, there was a bakery,
Right.
there was a smith, there was a general
I'm
store.
going to the bakery.
Why are you going to the bakery?
'Cause I just-
There's not gonna be anything interesting at the bakery.
Have you seen the pretzel bun I just got? That's from my dad, but still.
That's at the wrong bakery.
Well, maybe I could tell them my wisdom. Maybe they also have a ranger. My dad says the best bakery is always with a ranger, so.
Apparently, we already have 2 of those, so...
We got 2 rangers. I'm a ranger. Who else is a ranger? Are you a ranger?
No.
Are you a ranger?
God, no.
Are you a ranger?
Haha.
Person on the mic?
I have a bow. Plus I'm not.
They also have a
I
name.
have a bow.
Do you want to know their name?
Yes, is it Edmund?
No, it's Ez.
I was so freaking
And I'll tell you how
close!
to spell it because it's so easy.
Like an iguana. I don't know what an iguana is.
They had to spell it in character.
Oh.
It's okay, I'll remember it. I won't ever spell. The end. Honey garlic.
So
I stole your brain cells.
My name isn't close to Edmund.
It does have an E in it, so it is a
Elizabeth.
little close. But that's beside the point.
It's okay. Where do you guys want to go? We should probably go to what the letter said. But don't have to.
I really don't know what the letter said.
It says
Oh wait. There we go.
is this a radio play now? Jesus.
Yeah.
So the letter,
Radio plays are good. Don't just radio play.
the letter, is addressed like dear, and then whatever your name is. Dear, your name. Dear.
Dear MC.
Why? Dear placeholder. It's. I didn't actually like write it down. so
That's
I
okay.
didn't think to.
Where's the place?
The place. He told you to meet him in Franklin, which is the city about a day's walk north of here.
Guys, he booked us a hotel a day away. A hotel? What the fuck is a hotel?
Guys, we're at this Super 8.
stop.
I love the Ramada.
Holy shit, Best Western has a swimming pool?
What was I gonna say, Delta?
I can't breathe.
You can never breathe.
You gotta have
So anyways. No, don't.
The note also does mention to be wary on your way to Barnholm.
Let's go scratched. It's fine. It's a demon.
You're not thrown.
Demon.
Demon.
So anyways, guys, why did we book 3 in rooms?
For a night, well, we can sleep the night, or we can just leave him with like 3 different options of rooms.
We could just get a refund, maybe.
Why would you do that?
Because we're not supposed to be here.
He booked us for a night, so I'm pretty sure we're fine for a night. So we can like mess around if we want to, or if the DM really wants us to leave, we can go and start
It's
moving.
up to all you.
Well, I'm seeing a problem with your logic here because he booked us a room for a night, but it's a day's walk towards where we're going. So even if we left now, we're not going to get there till
Maybe.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Maybe-
so we sleep tonight,
maybe
and then we
this
leave tomorrow
alleged-
morning.
This alleged DM that you speak of thought that we were going to be level 20 and that somebody would have tree stride.
I don't think
Right.
I don't think the DM understands the joke.
No? Alright.
He doesn't like
I-
Matthew Mercer Critical Role.
That's fine.
That's my favorite comic book in this world.
How about
Let's rebuild that fourth wall, folks.
in the morning and arrive there by afternoon?
Do you
But
not
it's a
understand
days-
how a day works?
24 hours. Not like 8 hours or whatever, like a 24-hour you would have to camp out on your way there.
Can we move the inn with us?
My
Around
lord.
and then walking the rest of the way.
So wait, he wanted us... Why are we so here early in the morning then?
This
What
is just
your
when you
last
got to
name?
town.
Godly,
Yeah.
Would you like-
Yes?
would you like to get a refund on our room and you and I may start walking?
Who else
Or
wants
attempt
we could try.
to get a wagon, perhaps? Perhaps. There might
I'm
be.
cool with it. I won't get a refund because I really want him to stay there. But I'll push our beds together so we can have a bigger bed. Oh, because he has no legs.
Why are you so keen on noticing that he has... Also, he has one leg. He has one leg.
Oh, one leg. Sorry. It's okay. I think he's a really cool person.
I'm a fan
With one
of
leg.
With one leg, yeah.
having a carriage or something.
Alright, then I vote
They want to walk.
that Ez and
Allira.
Allira go to find a carriage, and in the meantime, we will get our refunds in all of the rooms.
Except for
then we will
mine.
head out.
Mine's fine. Mine's fine. You don't have to worry about mine.
Well, no, the one paid for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll just get a refund on our room, and
Right.
then we'll leave.
Lovely.
Sexy. Okay.
All right. So
I want to find the carriage man.
You're leaving me with her.
I'm not that bad. I'm kind
You'll
of
be
nice.
fine. You can handle a child, right?
I'm not a child.
It'll be easy.
I'm not a child.
Let's go.
All right.
so we'll
Okay, Jay, what race is she?
Human.
human.
What?
I'm a child.
You are a child,
Okay.
my boy.
I'm not a child. I'm a man.
Oh no.
A man. A man.
Right there, open.
Right, so we'll go with Team Tiny Child here with Jay and Jasper. Team J. Yeah, so
Wait.
Allira.
Allira, it's T-E. They both have an E in their name.
I don't have an
There's
E in
no
my
E
name.
Allira? Is it spelled with an A?
Spelled with an I.
Allira.
It's spelled with an A.
I thought you said you couldn't spell.
Illiterate.
I can
A
say
is not E.
I know, but you said it's spelled with an I.
Allira with an I.
No, that's not what I meant.
Well, you said Allira as if that's where the
Oh my
E would
God,
go, but
I
there's an
meant
I
like
there, you
this, you-
dunce.
I meant like this.
Well, you were wrong.
Well, fuck you. If at any point the video should have been recorded, that would have been the best time.
So, Jason and Jasper.
Do you need your inhaler?
Jason and Jasper, you guys set out on the quest to look for... Touch that lamp one more fucking time, I dare you.
I will murder you.
Be a shame if your character got tuberculosis. So you're only able to find one building that has a wagon.
building? Okay.
No. That has
It's got a singular dog.
that's got like anything like a wagon or a carriage parked out beside it, basically. And it's by far the largest building in the town. It's basically got this sort of central brick stone area that's you would guess about 3 stories tall, with 2 small wings coming off of each side.
Not that kind of wing.
Not that kind of wing.
Okay.
And the entire house is surrounded by like a wrought iron fence, and the gate is open right now.
Can I knock on the fence?
You knock on the fence, nothing happens.
I still think it looks like a store.
Does it look like a store? They said.
It looks like a house, but like a decently nice house.
I'm not going to get a carriage from somebody's house.
No, that kind of seems mean, even for me. It's okay. You know what? What if we find some horses?
That may work as well, although horses are expensive.
It's okay. I don't have any more bread. It's okay. I have my charming good looks. Wink. I physically said
Yeah,
wink.
that's not work on me.
No, I just physically said wink. I didn't wink.
Did you wink
Yeah,
while you said
that
that?
won't
No.
work for me either. Yeah, that's
Can we find horses?
Are you looking for horses?
Yes.
Brought, like, a horse or anything when we came here?
No one brought a horse. Horses are expensive. You are all poor.
I'm not that poor. I got 9 gold.
I've got 62.
What that means? I don't have enough money for chicken nuggets. No.
I have enough money for chicken nuggets. Oh yeah.
You can't find a horse anywhere.
I also can't find
Oh.
chicken nuggets.
You also
Well-
can't find chicken nuggets.
I guess we have to walk. That is okay.
So Danny and Chloe,
Uh-huh.
you guys got some under the table communications going on here.
Yeah, they're still going. Maybe.
Okay, yeah,
No,
no.
we're done.
What were you guys looking for again? I honestly can't
We're
remember.
refunding.
Oh right, you got a refund on the rooms. So you walk back in and
Is there gold?
yeah, it's.
I've got 63 gold now.
So Tom's like, are you folks staying in town the night, or where are you headed? What's...
No, we're dunces, and we were supposed to travel a day away.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Place was called Farnsbane.
Farnsbane.
Farnsholm, sorry.
Farns home.
You're going there?
Yeah, what's up with it?
Well, no one who's gone there has come back for a very long time.
So somebody tried to murder us!
Not necessarily. Your
Maybe not.
friend Gracchus was here a few days ago, headed up there. He didn't say why. I just let him go. He could die for all I care.
Alright.
The dwarf over there, he knows someone who headed up there as well. Also didn't come back.
Oh, he had a magic coin. We were supposed to talk to him.
What?
The DM was supposed. Hey, you!
Hey, you best been him been going on over the banquet mining service.
Hey, you! I don't know who that is. Are you that guy that the
The head
girl
of mining
said,
service?
and apparently you said no, you're wood, so you're not.
Can I help you?
Something about farms
dwarf.
homes? I tried to go into your fucking accent.
You're talking about Farnsholm.
Mm.
What about it? You're not headed up there, are you?
I'm about to marry you, Hunter. Watch your mouth.
Watch your fucking mouth, Hunter.
You're not headed up there, are you?
What's your fucking Scottish mouth?
This accent is very common amongst dwarves from the south.
No.
Okay.
Dwarves from the north have a Newfie accent.
Oh no!
You're not headed to Farnsholm, are you?
Yes.
I see. Well, my brother went up there 4 days ago.
Mm.
He hasn't come back. If you're headed that way, could you try and find him for me? He was just supposed to head up to the city itself and then come back. Should have only been about 2 days.
What's his name?
His name is Orson.
Orson?
Yes,
How long has he been gone?
4 days. Twice as long as it should have been.
Interesting.
Well, that's not too bad considering it's still a day's travel. He could have been just caught up with something.
He should have known the way. We went there before as boys. Something's done wrong with that town. I don't know what.
That's like 100 years for you guys, though.
Yes. Is that long?
Kind of a little, yeah.
Oh,
Not at all.
Well,
alright.
I see where we stand.
If you're going up to Farnsholm, I would really appreciate it if you could at least keep an eye out for him.
Sure,
does
what's
he
he
look
look like? I know he's short.
Oh, I love you, Danny.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
He's a dwarf.
Dad.
Yeah.
He's got black hair
Mm-hmm.
and a beard.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing black robes.
Mm-hmm.
Very black. Except for the skin. He's pale.
So you mean like this black? Like this outfit?
Basically, yes. Not the priest thing, though. We don't do that as dwarves.
No, yeah, that's
No,
understandable.
no, that's weird.
I love you so much.
I can take that. I called you short. It's fine. You mean anything else?
There's the road north has seen better days. It's basically a glorified hiking trail at this point.
Thank you, Mom.
So, watch your step.
Mm-hmm. Can horses take that?
It would be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Dwarves aren't known for their horseback skills, so the paths were never designed with that in mind, but you
Is
could
it a
probably...
dwarven town?
Farnholm? Yes. It was
okay.
once the seat of the High King of Farnholm.
Oh.
Don't know what happened to him. No one's heard from him in, say, 50 years.
Pardon.
That's why we're here.
If we do find your brother, but he's not exactly, what's the word I'm looking for? Breathing. Would you still like us to tell you, or keep it to ourselves?
Should you come across Urson's less than alive body, he'll have a signet ring. Bring it to me.
Alright.
And what do we do with the body?
Do you want like a burial, or bring it back?
Cremation?
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 We can do that.
Abby would have
Can
wanted
we
to go.
do that?
Do you know what cremation means? It's not hard.
We light it on fire and it goes away. That's basically all that you do.
I know that. I'm not an idiot.
I'm not asking for a fucking sarcophagus. You called me short.
I love you so much. I want to marry the
That was quite rude of you.
And he called me weird. We're fine
That's because
now.
you've got the priest collar. What's the point? How are you supposed to grow a big beard with that on?
I want to marry him. Do you actually have
I'm
any...
not going to grow a beard.
Do you actually
You're
grow
lost.
facial hair?
Keeps you warm
What?
in the winter.
Do you actually grow facial hair?
I don't want to.
So do you shave?
I like my baby face.
Do you shave everything?
We're not going there.
I'll find out later.
Anything else about this demon house?
A dwarven city is a demon house to
No,
you.
I meant that light that went out in the tavern.
Ah, yes, it happens frequently. I believe it's touch sensing. Don't touch the light, it'll go out.
Shit! Alright. Wait, is this a dwarven tavern?
No, the city
No.
is mostly inhabited by humans.
I can't reach the... Oh, shit. I would have been
Sir.
like, oh, well, fuck.
It's also lit by a fireplace on the floor.
Sir. May I? May I buy you a drink?
That's okay, thank you. I'd like to keep my wits about me at least till my brother gets back. Or what's left of him.
Wait, what's up with that coin then?
This,
Oh,
it's what I brought from my home city,
what's up with your home city?
King's Hearth. It's the
Oh.
largest dwarven city,
Yeah,
yeah,
knew that,
obviously.
obviously.
I brought the coin to remind me of home along the journey. We were commissioned by the king to figure out what happened to Farnholm.
Why
Wait.
didn't you go?
Yeah, why did not... What?
Well, it's a little embarrassing. On the way here, I didn't see a tree root, and I may or may not have sprained my ankle. Which is why Orson was not supposed to go into the city until I got there.
And then he did.
I don't know if he did, that's the issue.
So he could be in the general store for all we know.
For 4 days!
Maybe he
general
rolled his
store.
ankle too!
Perhaps he's playing that game where you hide in the general store behind things and you see how long you can stay there. Have you not heard
Do
of
you
that?
mean hide and seek or like
No.
your dad?
No. You journal, you document your days when you're hiding in secret, like overnight hours.
Oh, like day 42. Still haven't had water yet.
Yeah.
I hope he's had water. 42 days is a long time to go without.
I think you die 42 days later.
He
Well,
might.
maybe you would. You're not a dwarf with our great dwarven constitution. Fucking inferior.
Don't lose my shit!
Sir,
Yes?
you seem like a lovely man. Absolutely
He
wonderful.
called me inferior!
However, please keep your comments to yourself.
About the inferior one.
I'm going to have to ask you to stop referring to him as such. Lest
I'm
you want your brother back in one
sensitive.
piece.
Clearly.
Perhaps I will find your brother, and he will not come back in one piece, but it would be such a shame if he was in one piece at the time, now wouldn't it?
So he leans in close and he goes, if you think you can fight Orson, you've got another thing coming.
I just drop kick his ass!
I need a moment.
Sir,
Orson trained at the Mages University for 41 years. That's why it's so odd that he went missing. No one can cast a fireball like my brother.
a fireball.
Correct.
I'm less than afraid of that.
You think you're fireproof? And he like strikes a match on his leg and holds it up to you. Let's find out. There's a dog barking.
Wait, there's a dog barking? My dog doesn't
I
bark.
didn't hear that.
Your
I
mom
don't know.
left.
Oh, what? Your mother's a dog? No. I'm sure she's a wonderful lady. She's had me.
I'm sure she's
Now listen, we don't bring our mothers into this.
No, but we bring our species into it, apparently. Short.
Inferior. How is that a
My
species?
god! My god, men, can you get yourselves together? We're not children.
Unless he is.
He's not a child, he's got a bigger beard than you!
That's not difficult.
I keep.
Well, you're a dwarf.
I've seen babies with bigger beards than that one.
I know, but
I have a baby face.
he shaves! We've already discussed this!
You shave!
I don't have to.
What do you have going on down there?
Are you clean shaving all over?
Are you shaving everywhere?
Well, now I'm curious too.
I'm curious.
I shall keep my wits about me.
What are you wearing again?
Mind if I
Robes.
take a peek under the hood?
No.
May I just... May I just... Do you have your eyes closed? Do you have your eyes closed? I'm gonna move his robe.
I loved it. We're fine. We're good now.
Can I move his robe?
Can you find my brother?
We'll try our best to find your brother and bring him back in one piece.
Alright.
We can try. Although if he says I'm inferior, then maybe he doesn't want to come back.
Well, maybe you shouldn't act so inferior around him.
I walk out.
Okay? What's that one's issue? Who shoved a stick up his ass?
Me soon, hopefully. And I walk out of the bar.
I see.
Oh my god.
Jason, are you okay?
That was the funniest encounter
I think he's having an asthma attack.
At first, it was like, oh my god, I'm in love with this dwarf. I want to marry Hunter for doing that accent. And then it goes, you're an fucking inferior, are ya? And then I lost my shit, and then it went to pubic hairs. And then I started crying and choking, and it was fine. It was all done from there.
So anyway.
Dwarf asthma. It really peaked at dwarf asthma. I'm sorry, guys. Look what I sent to the chat.
You got
He
asthma.
texted dwarf asthma to
Did
the
you?
chat. Yeah,
Oh.
like halfway through that.
Oh my god.
Okay. Sorry, that was steam coming through. Run.
I'm really hot now.
I know.
Thanks.
So yeah, what are you up to now?
Oh, I am lightheaded.
Well, I walked out.
Yep.
I got my money back though.
Yep.
Are you just standing outside?
Is his name Orson?
Orson was
I need
his
to
brother's
write
name.
that down. I don't care about that.
I got honey garlic in my hair.
Yeah, I'm standing outside.
I'm gonna put
I'm
my
like,
hand. I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder very gently. You're not inferior.
Thanks. Let's go.
All right.
So it doesn't take you long to find each other in this very small town.
Why are you touching me?
Very hot.
Are you warm? So yeah, you're able to find each other
Oh my god.
quite quickly. And what are y'all up to now? Now that you found one
Did we
another.
found? We've stayed to find each other.
Did we found? Yes.
He's got ice cubes on his.
Holy shit! Jason's back.
Here's the audio of this.
I just turned to an ape. It's fine. Ape mode.
Just ape things.
This went down my back.
Yeah, it's ice.
It's cool.
Good one, Danny.
Ah, thank you. I'm here till Thursday.
So what are you guys up to now?
I'm gonna bring Ez. Sorry. I'm bring Ez back to the tavern. Hopefully meet up with them.
Okay, well you meet up with them in the street, basically in front of the tavern, where it looks like Voe is consoling Reverend Godwin.
I'm like,
Are you okay? First things first, we did not find any horses or carriages, so we are gonna have to walk it. But are you okay, sir?
I'm gonna kick it more!
Oh no.
Let's go!
Okay. So are we leaving now? Do we have supplies? Do we have like water? Ice?
Why would we need ice?
I don't know, maybe
It's going to
sometimes-
melt.
Water, more water. Oh.
Did you catch that?
No. Did not catch that.
Find it out.
It's by your foot again.
No shit.
Anyway.
Are we hoofing it then?
Hoofing it. Yeah, whoa, yes we are. I'm being pranked, as the kids say. Let us go.
I'm blind? What did you say?
I'm being pranked.
Being pranked, okay.
I'm blind? What did you say? I love you, Danny.
You're welcome.
Anyway.
Wait! I'm done.
So,
Mm.
are you guys setting out?
Yes,
on your,
please.
On your journey?
Oh yeah. Wait, did we say goodbye to that guy?
What guy?
We said we were gonna go back!
To who?
The one-legged guy?
Edmund?
Oh, I already said bye. So, I mean, like, he's fine.
Okay.
I already told him it's for night, so like.
I'm
Alright, let's
sure
go.
he's had quite enough of seeing us.
Understandable. Let's go.
Right, so the path northwards is mostly dirt, as you can see, and it winds away into the pine forests of Mount Farnholm, which looms grey in the distance. A cold wind blows down from the mountaintops, and quite unusual for a dwarven city the size of Farnholm, not a wisp of smoke is rising from the mountain. The dirt is cold and hard, and a few snowflakes blow down on you, although thankfully it's not a blizzard or anything. Alright, and what is y'all's passive perception?
11.
16. No. Yep.
16, 11, 12.
We both don't notice shit.
13.
They notice slightly more shit.
13?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can always recall general
That's
layout of
impressive.
terrain,
They-
settlement,
Like
and
Owen
other
Wilson would
features
say.
around
Alright,
Oh.
so you hear
That's-
snarling coming from the woods all around you.
Who?
And it grows louder as out stalks these 4 wolves. One in front of you, one on either side, and then one behind you.
Wait,
God.
so suddenly? Oh no. Oh no.
Do they look hostile?
They're snarling and growling at you.
Do they look hostile?
Yes.
You can roll fucking investigation if you want to.
They're gonna bite you and you're gonna be like, they're friendly.
That is a 10.
It's kind of an idiot.
Get your fucking
Fuck, I
dog,
closed the
bitch.
thing.
They don't bite. Yes, they do.
I closed the adventure by accident. Give me a second.
And suddenly, wolves. Oh, the end.
They rip your throats out, you all die.
Funny.
Make new characters.
Funny.
Alright. Okay, so you got an 11 on your thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you suspect they're hostile. However, you notice something further. These wolves are very clearly not healthy. Their fur is matted down with blood, and they seem near feral and have glazed over eyes. And the wolves are also quite, like, thin.
Okay.
They ain't thick.
Now,
So,
they're thin.
they're thin.
And this is before initiative, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, so they look sick.
Yes.
Can I roll a medicine real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Can I roll, someone protect me, please?
That's up to your friends.
I'll protect.
Please
That's
help me! I cower behind you.
16.
16. So as you're sort of taking a better look
Wolf
at this
asthma.
sickly wolf,
Wesma.
you notice Wesma.
One of them starts coughing.
No, none
It
of them
sounds like
cough.
Wesma.
You notice puncture wounds, 2 each on the side of each of the wolves, oozing a viscous black fluid. These wolves have been attacked by something, but what it is, you cannot tell.
Okay.
That
I would.
looks sexy.
It says I have a trophy from an animal that I killed, which I would assume is like some like fucking meat, I guess. So I'm making it meat. So I'm gonna hold meat out, and I'm just gonna like
Your trophy is meat.
Why not? I love meat. Look at my backstory, bitch.
Okay.
Oh.
Rather the meat than the skin.
Okay, so you're holding meat out to it.
Yeah, and I'm like luring it
Okay,
closer and like
roll
making it look that I'm not aggressive.
roll animal handling.
Ooh, I'm good at that one, guys. That is 16.
A 16. So it sort of like limps over to you, and like reaches out and like grabs what you're holding and like starts
With his hand?
with its mouth. Yeah, it's like thank you. No,
Instead, he's like, oh, good sir. I see you're a man of culture.
oh yes, quite divine. No, it grabs it with its mouth and like sort of tugs it away from you gently and begins to back up a little bit. And you can see the other wolves have sort of like stopped snarling as much.
Oh.
They're certainly not friendly, but they don't look like they're about to, fucking jump you anymore.
And it's dried shit for the
Dried shit.
no wait, I still have more words coming out of my mouth. It's like dried bread and stuff like that for the rations.
So you're giving the wolf a ration?
I'm just wondering.
You're giving
If it's
them
not me,
trail
I was
mix?
fucking. You said it's your trophy. Are you just gonna?
That's a
No,
trophy. I
That's
have
a trophy.
rations.
They have rations too. What's the
Okay.
rations?
The ration. Yeah, that's like dried meat and bread and shit.
Okay, well then I'll give them specifically the dried meat.
Okay.
So like rations.
They take it. They munch. They munch. They sort of back away slowly into the woods, not wanting a fight with y'all.
Okay, give me a second. Give me a second.
Why am I cowering behind you now? You saved us.
I'm gonna like. Are you okay? Are you okay? Do you want me
I'm
to
not
help
cowering
you?
behind her.
You talking to the wolf or
Yes.
Danny?
The wolf.
The wolf.
I'm like,
I mean,
why
it
am
doesn't
cowering behind you? This is the
respond
wolf's
in any
here.
No, but
way.
like, you know how sometimes you're like, hey buddy, and then the dog's like, like, you know?
If your dog
Jason,
does
when
that,
when I talk to my dog, I say, "Hey, you all right?" Princess does definitely not say, "Oh whoa."
Princess does not go, oh wow.
Princess does not say, "Oh
What?
whoa."
Okay, I legitimately need to
Contrary to
know
popular
for
demand.
D&D purposes, what outcome are you trying to get with this?
The
Make
dog will say,
sure that
"Oh,
they're okay.
whoa."
Like, I want them to be like, I'm cool, and like make them friendly and maybe heal them.
So you mean like Minecraft dogs?
I guess we're Minecrafting.
I mean, it doesn't react to you negatively, but it's also not like, I've been feeling a little ill recently. Like, it's just,
Well, like,
what are you doing? You're talking
Have
to
you
a
never-
dog!
have you
What
never
do you
met-
want to happen?
I wanted to approach me non-hostilely.
It's eating! Now's the worst time to
Yeah.
fuck with it!
No, that's a good point.
Well, wait.
Are the rest of you gonna wait?
I'm still cowering.
Okay. You are still surrounded by wolves. They've just now been distracted.
Cower.
I'm gonna start walking.
Okay. The wolves pay you no notice as you boldly stride past them.
I'm following you.
Okay.
Okay. Jasper, are you gonna wait with Allira until the wolves finish eating, or are you just gonna keep going?
Or pull Allira with us.
Slowly keep going.
I've
Okay.
noticed that everyone's walking away, and I'll walk away too, but keeping an eye on the wolves.
Okay.
I'm like moonwalking.
You're moonwalking.
No, I'm not actually, but like,
Yeah, so Allira does begrudgingly come with you, occasionally peeking over her shoulder at the wolves.
I thought you were gonna say moonwalking.
They,
occasionally I hee.
by the way, for that encounter,
Hoo-hoo.
Allira,
Yes, sorry.
you gain 50 experience for that encounter.
Whoa, you can do that?
Yeah.
Reese has been lacking. I'm
You
kidding.
navigated the encounter. You don't always have to fight to complete an encounter.
Oh my god, I just
You
really
ran
didn't
into
want to
wolves,
fight.
that was the encounter. You dealt with the wolves, that was how you solved it.
I just really didn't want to fight. Wow, guys.
Jason.
50?
Yeah.
50.
I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know.
Jason! So as the day wears on, a gentle snowfall continues from the mountains, and the path winds ever onwards and upwards through a pine forest that grows more dense and untamed with every passing hour. In the late afternoon, you come across 3 dead wolves, all with puncture markings the
I
same
can't
as
feed
before,
them meat.
and they seem sallow and sickly lying beside the path.
Are they alive? They're dead.
They're dead.
Okay, you
They're
said
very
sallow and sickly, and I was like, oh, I think they are
That's
alive.
what their corpses look like.
Can I investigate them real quick?
Yeah, sure. Roll investigation. I mean, I gave it to you, so you can have it. It was the last one.
That is an 8.
Okay.
Daddy
That is
has iced tea.
I have this.
That's
oh,
not
yeah,
iced
and
tea.
that's tea, yeah.
I thought Jason took your iced tea.
Jenny has it.
Okay. They've got the same puncture wounds as the wolves as before. You're able to find.
Is anyone good at medicine or detecting
I
this?
was
This
gonna-
might come up for us.
I'm gonna wait till you finish drinking.
Thank you. Yes.
Does it look like a vampire?
Why'd you say it like
Surprisingly,
that?
I know.
yes, but bigger.
It's a big
Wait,
cat.
no.
Yes, it looks like basically 2 puncture wounds stabbed in. Vampires don't have 4 teeth.
Sorry, not.
Because there's 2
Is it-
vampires, they double team the wolves.
Is it like tooth looking or is it like knife looking or
You-
magical?
Don't know. You got an 8.
Can I check?
Yeah, sure. Roll investigation.
Can I
Everyone can
also
roll
check?
investigation if you want to.
17.
17?
Oh, 9.
9? You don't know either. Jasper, are you going to investigate the wolf bites? Wolf bites on the wolves?
11. I got a -1 to that, oh boy.
So a 10?
No, I rolled 12.
I
Okay.
rolled a 12, so it's not.
Okay. Fucking... Father Reverend Godly.
Yes.
These bites are consistent with spider bites, just on a much larger scale.
Nom nom.
This very big spider nommed on some wolves.
Let's keep going.
Should we stealth? Trust me.
Tell us these are spider bites?
Yeah, that's up to you.
Yes, they're very spider.
Thank you, Father. Should we stealth?
It's not father.
Well, what's your name again?
Reverend Godly. Although some of my friends call me Saru. You really have to emphasize the uwu.
No.
You didn't hear what I said it the first time. I can't say it without.
You remember when you went to take a fat piss? This is what happened while you were gone.
I'm squeaking so much.
So
Anyway, should we stealth, guys? Trust me, I'm a ranger. If I've seen this, I would start stealthing hours ago. Ooh, it's cool. Sorry, I dropped it on my dick.
Do you bring up that you're a ranger at every sentence?
I'm just trying to make sure we don't die. If you want me to, I can.
No, I'm fond of not dying as well. It's just...
Can I lead you guys to stealth?
Maybe.
I got a +6 to stealth.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm gonna start stealthing and I'm starting to lead the
18 stealth.
So
if you're being led by a ranger, you don't individually have to roll. The ranger sneaks for you, basically.
Oh, great.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
I pat you on the shoulder.
Do I get inspiration?
No, but you do get advantage on stealth checks. For an hour. Or until I keep reusing
You're like-
this.
Sneak!
Yeah.
Hey, Allira?
Oh, that's an 18 plus 6, which
Sneaky
is
sneak.
19.
24. You also get an advantage, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I'm
roll
just-
again.
That's a 19 plus 4. 6. Fuck.
25.
25. It's a 25, guys.
So you're very sneaky.
We're rats.
You
We're
sneakily
Rats. We're
No.
the rats. Not copyright.
Okay, fine.
you sneakily make your way through the
It's on
woods.
TikTok.
There's no one around and your phone is dead. Suddenly you spawn.
Shia LaBeouf.
No. I'd like to point out that me and Jason both looked at Danny.
I don't know
No,
why.
it's terrifying.
So nothing else interesting happens that day. Basically,
That day.
you reach a little spot in the woods where you could set up a camp for the night if you wanted to.
Can I search the area real quick?
Sure.
This happened in Pathfinder. I want to make sure I don't fucking die from
Okay,
one of
roll
those
that
things from the
roll.
wall.
Investigation. You're in a fucking forest.
Hey, this is how I almost died in Pathfinder on my first session.
Okay.
Jason, you killed that thing on your own.
Yeah, with 1 hit point left.
I could heal. Also, Oh, his mom said, wow!
I know.
On that time.
That is a 15 plus, what is it?
Investigation.
15.
Nice. It looks like woods.
Thanks.
You don't like see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. No tracks.
You gonna roll insight on the woods?
Not
Question.
sure.
Are you lying to me, tree?
The tree's like, oh fuck!
That's what the druid says, not the ranger.
Yeah,
Tell me, were you cheating on me?
Were you treating
I
on
was
me?
gonna do that!
I beat you to it.
Okay,
Are you
we're
gonna
good?
set up a watch or just?
I was going to get to that. It's called role playing, Hunter.
Okay, no, I always ask the party because they forget, and I have killed parties before because they didn't set up a watch.
I will be the first watch if you guys want to sleep. Unless anyone else wants to stay up with me, but I'll take the first watch.
Yeah, sure, I'll sleep.
You stay and watch.
Say that again. E.
How long are you staying on watch? It's not my thing.
Ez.
Because it's easy. I made the pun and now you can't take away the pun.
Sports. It's in the
It's
game.
copyrighted.
It's in the game.
Copywritten.
It's a
Copyright.
copyrighted.
No, I told
Maybe
you
like,
it was Ez's nickname.
if we all want to
It's
take.
ridiculous.
Okay, so it's Ez. If we really want to take, if all 4 of us can take 1 watch, so we can split the night into 4
going to bed.
watches.
I'm also going to bed. Just wake me up whenever you want to, I guess.
Say that again, Jasper.
I don't sleep.
You don't sleep.
Jasper's an elf.
Oh,
Meditates.
well, I'll stay up for 4 hours if you want to, like, be alive for 4 hours. I mean, do sleep. Whew.
That's Robert, yes.
Okay, well, I'll stay up for 4
You
hours.
can't get a full rest in 4 hours for you. This is supposed
Elves
to...
only need 4 hours.
No, that's not for you. That's for the other one. Unless
Is a
you're an
night
elf.
8 hours?
It's 8 hours.
8 hours is a full rest.
Is it full rest?
8 hours.
8 hours is a full rest.
I can just take like a short rest. It's
Yeah, you can
fine.
just take a short rest.
It's not like I'm dying.
Bro, just wake me up.
Wake me up inside!
Well, yeah, but... No.
I mean, okay,
Someone
wait.
else
So,
can take second watch, and then I can take last watch.
yeah.
How many watches are you guys doing? Jesus.
There should be 3 watches.
3.
There should be 3.
Is anyone else good for a
Because
third
you
watch?
only need 4 hours. 2
We're in a
hours, 2
forest.
hours, 4 hours.
We're in a forest.
Yeah.
Are there any trees that look climbable?
There's pine trees. They've got ice and snow on them, so you might be like, you be careful, but yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'll just stay underneath the pine tree.
Godly, do you want to take the
Wake me
third
up if you want me to take a watch.
Okay,
I'm going to lay down.
Okay.
I'll
I
stay
roll
first
out
watch.
my blanket
What am I-
and
Did you bring a bedroll?
I use my backpack as a pillow.
And you didn't bring a bedroll, did you?
Nope.
Godly, you can use my bedroll for now.
I use my blanket and my backpack, and I'll put my robes on over top. It's fine.
Okay, it's a little. Are you using Jason's bedroll? It's a little chilly on the ground. Okay. What are you rolling for? Watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. The night is
Okay.
uneventful for all of your watches.
Okay, well then you're nice.
Wait. At what time am I awoken for this watch?
I'll wake you up next.
Oh, ah!
Did you just want to roleplay that?
I need my beauty rest.
So-
I go back to bed.
Well, then I'll wake up Jasper's character as
Easy.
yeah, easy. I'll wake up easy.
Oh my god, stop.
Okay, so you wake up.
Yes.
As for the next watch. And
There you go.
the night passes uneventfully. So morning shines through the pine trees brightly as you pack up the camp and set out again. And it doesn't take long before you all notice something very wrong.
We have
All
asthma.
throughout the trees there are spider webs. Large amounts of them. Occasionally they just cut right through the pathway. And you have to either hack through them or go around.
Now I'm horny.
I still have my
I'm
eyes.
kidding,
pretty
I'm
long.
kidding,
It's
I'm
fine.
kidding.
I don't see it. It's fine. I
And
still got those- wait.
and you see
It's just your own hands. You're like, oh.
No, I have like that little eye mask thing.
and you see bundles of webbing hanging down from the tall branches of the pine trees, occasionally with a wolf paw or a snout sticking out of them or something. And as the wind shakes the trees, they gently sway back and forth, the stench of decay filling the air.
They're spider furries.
Okay, now I'm gonna climb the tree.
You-
Or attempt to.
Alright, you're just gonna climb a tree?
I want to like get a view up like high so
Okay.
I can see what's going on.
Okay, yeah. Roll acrobatics or athletics.
Oh boy, I'm not good at either of those.
Climb a tree.
What is this?
Ice.
Ice.
Baby.
Yeah.
12.
Copyright.
12?
Yeah.
You're unable to climb one of the trees. You don't get injured in the process or anything.
I'm just
but
not able to.
you're
You
just-
hit it?
No.
Yeah, you can't find, a good... It's, like, right under your chair. Stop throwing
Yes,
things!
Dad.
So, what are the rest of you going to do? Are you just going to keep walking?
I want the stealth.
You want to stealth? Okay, roll your sneak.
Thank you, guys.
What'd you get? You got a 1?
No, 7 plus 6.
7? Plus 6? That's not bad. Okay.
Probably was 13.
You sneak.
Oh, now I got advantage.
Oh, you... Okay.
Keep an eye out.
Hello, God. And 11 plus 6.
Better. That's 17.
I can't do math.
Neither can I.
How could you do it better than me? Because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I just solved it by
So you continue walking, and before anything, you see 2 great towers looming in the distance. One still in good condition, a perfectly smooth rectangle of gray stone with a dingy red banner fluttering against the gray mountain. That is the tower in the east. The one to the west is about 3.
He's a West Tower!
The one in the west is about 3/4 the height, with the rest having collapsed. As you continue on your path, the world grows silent. Not even the wind rattles in the branches anymore. Then, through the trees and down the dirt path, you see it, the Farnhome Gates. So you stand in a clearing in the woods. There's a great chasm in front of you, with a fairly long, incredibly thin stone bridge stretching across close to 100 feet. In the middle, it's wide enough for 3 people to walk side by side if it were in perfect condition, which it's not. Pieces have crumbled away on all sides, although luckily the bridge remains connected. It looks as if it was carved out of a single impossibly long piece of stone. On the other side of the Farnhome Gates.
I'm able
I can see that.
to.
And
I want to sneak in.
Is that what you're laughing about? Oh, okay.
there's you don't think you could, basically.
It's like totally down.
I'm not gonna say it.
Like, so you said 3 people could walk in side by side.
Mhm.
The West Tower is completely.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't explain this very well. So you are on one side of this chasm with a thin little baby bridge stretching across. On the other side, there are 2 towers and the gates to Farnhome.
Oh, like watchtowers.
Like watchtowers.
Oh, Jimi
And
Hendrix.
the chasm is hundreds of feet deep into darkness beneath this, rattly, crumbling stone bridge.
Oh.
Okay, so we can enter, right?
You can cross the bridge. You couldn't sneak across it, though. Anything watching would see you. There's nothing to hide behind.
Oh, okay.
Well, gotta get across.
Are we
Yeah, go.
are we good to go across the bridge?
I go.
I follow godly.
I thought you were gonna say I follow God. I'm like, man, me too.
Bowie, are you crossing the bridge?
Yep.
Is there like some behind-the-scenes text
Yes,
conversation
and I
going
hate
on
it.
here?
Oh no, what did you guys say? Except you can't say it.
Jasper, are you crossing the bridge as well?
Yes, but keeping an eye on the watchtower as well, please.
Okay. As you work your way across the bridge, you can feel it crumbling and shifting beneath you. It very clearly has not been actively used in a long time.
That's a bad sign.
A few rocks fall away into the distance. Y'all better quit this.
Wait. I wanna see it.
No.
No.
Please look at my back screen as you.
I wanna see it.
No.
Please. Please.
No, because it
All
ruins
right.
my plans.
So,
It what?
as you walk across the crumbling bridge, You hear something in the distance. It sounds like falling rocks, and then a sound like someone dragging chitinous plates across one another. And finally, from behind the western tower, stalks this giant spider. It looks
Is
like
that your reaction?
That's
it
Jason's
looks like-
reaction to
It
it.
looks like a tarantula, and it stares at you with these soulless black eyes.
Oh, welcome to.
Hi, welcome to Chile.
Roll
I
for
feel
initiative.
like
Roll for initiative.
no, running.
You come off the bridge. Now you have to roll for initiative in
Wait,
this
oh,
turn.
we're off the bridge?
Yeah, you've crossed the bridge, and then it came out, and you're basically in this
Oh.
stone courtyard clearing area in front of the main gates.
19.
Alright, give me a second.
Nat 20 plus 4.
I thought you were gonna say, now what?
Ah!
Oh my god!
It just died. Anyway, it's a nat
Joke's on
20
you, I
plus 4.
don't-
20, not nats.
So, nat 20 plus 4.
Okay, so not 20 plus 4.
24.
I'm like
What'd you
Charlie
get, sorry,
Brown.
19.
19, so... What'd you get to... Dan?
I got a 3.
Alright, good work, Danny. We're just
What
glad
you
you're
did.
here.
I did say I'm like Charlie Brown,
Charlie Brown's Christmas.
but a coward. I'm
So
running.
Charlie Brown.
Oh, no, he's not. I don't think he's a coward.
Charlie Brown?
Every time he looks at that book,
You're-
Stop calling me Chicken Little. He's a coward and a
No.
chicken, and I'm
No,
not a
he's
coward.
dumb and a coward, and I am
I'm
not a coward. Okay. Alright, so first up is, unsurprisingly, Jason. The spider is about 60 feet away from you at this point.
I thought you were gonna say
Okay.
6 feet tall.
He's like, whoop!
Oh boy.
Now this is where the part comes in where I didn't write how much damage my longbow does.
Your
I
longbow?
can Google it. I
can
think
check.
it's 1d12 or 1d8, but I can't remember which I'll check.
Mine is
D-E-D-5-E longbow.
I think longbows are DAs.
Longbow. Are you
Hold on,
proficient?
wait.
Yeah,
Damage. 1d8 piercing.
1d8 piercing.
1d8 piercing.
Wait, 1d8 piercing.
Oh, he's within range. Like, within the short range of it, too, so it's at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because 150 feet away is the short range for it, and it's about 60 feet away.
Okay.
So, granted, you could fucking snipe a spider, but he's too close.
I'm gonna back up.
You're gonna try and...
I thought we were like halfway on the bridge.
Okay, but are you gonna try and back up? So it's about 6. Are you gonna try and back up 110 feet so that you can use your bow effectively? No. I
Okay,
didn't
never
think
mind.
so.
I
You're about-
will try to shoot it.
Okay, you're just over halfway, or a little bit over halfway. There's about 15 feet left on the bridge before you're on stable, solid ground again. You're gonna try and shoot him. Okay, roll to see
Yeah.
if you hit this thick daddy spider.
Do I add anything to it?
Oh god, don't
Your spider, add your proficiency bonus. And
Thank you.
I think there's something else. Proficiency.
Bonus and
No, it's proficiency bonus.
proficiency. Okay. Are we in a forest?
What are the other biomes? Do you know?
I don't know.
What?
Hold on,
I
because
can-
I'm not sure.
Because my favorite
Sorry,
terrain.
what's your favorite terrain?
Forest.
What is this?
I don't know if there's a mountain biome, it counts as
I
mountain.
think
Mountain.
There's
Yeah.
mountain.
Mountain, so it's a mountain then.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know if forest was on.
Okay. So, it's
I was
just
gonna say.
it's just my
what's-
proficiency bonus?
What are you trying to say? Mountain. What are you trying to say? Mountain. Well, mountain equals mountain.
No,
Duh.
he was saying forest
it's
equals mountain.
just plus
Force
4?
does not.
I mean plus 2, like my proficiency bonus, and that's it.
I believe so.
A disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh yeah, because you're close.
Yeah.
You're too close.
So that's a 12 and a 9.
Oh yeah, you miss.
Okay.
So the arrow whizzes past the spider into the distance. You can hear it sort of clink against some stone. Bowie, are you okay? It's your turn. No, it's not. It's Jasper's turn. I lied to you.
Thanks.
My back's just like messed up.
Fun.
Are we good over there?
Yeah, we good. It's your turn. Big spider.
Okay, it's within 120 feet, yeah.
Yep. It most
Okey-doke.
certainly is.
Guys is gonna pull out his short bow, and then it looks like he goes and grabs an arrow, but as he pulls it back, it's just light, and lets go, and Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. It's like your long
Yeah.
short.
13 17 to hit.
That hits.
Wait, wrong dice. Hold on. 9 damage.
9 damage.
9. Yeah.
A meaty thud as this beam of arcane energy streaks through the air and slams into the giant spider.
Oh, I lost another die.
Jason loses another die.
I need
And
to
next
stop
up
getting
is,
mini dice.
Boy,
Sorry, I just had to snap my back real quick. We're fine.
Okay.
What? Oh, he's gone.
you're so bad.
Can't do anything. Because my weapons are
Melee?
up close. Yeah.
Go run.
I just lost.
Go
it.
I
big.
can't run that far. How far away is it?
60 feet.
Yeah, no, I can't run that far.
Go dash. Like Eldritch Blast. Go dash.
Good dash.
You could dash, but then not take an attack, so you'd be right in front of it.
Yeah.
Well, it don't really matter. You're gonna be up in front of it anyways. It's probably coming closer.
Hold on. Do you want a piece of pizza?
Yes,
or-
please.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you
No,
were
I
just
was also
eating it.
I was, but now that you mention it,
I thought you were
like,
just saying like offhandedly like pizza.
Dude, I'm a fat
and then
ass,
you, like,
I'll take
shoved it
it.
in your face.
Can I have a wedgie?
Oh, I've got a bad back. Why are you doing this?
I just realized it's wedgie.
Oh,
not a wedge.
Neptune.
Okay.
What's that on?
Oh
What's on
boy. Sure. You know what? I'm gonna dash towards this thing. Let's go.
So you're moving 60 feet?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, that's
Wait,
it.
do I have to move the full 60 feet, or can
No,
I
you
move
can-
like 50 feet?
You can move like 50 feet, but then
Okay, I want to be like 10 feet away from it. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to be too close. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Not that close.
Not that close, just like a little bit close.
Okay. Okay.
You
Next up is the spider.
Great.
Wait. Oh,
They got a 3.
Dash is- no,
I got
dash
a
is your action.
3.
It moves the 10 feet required to be next to you,
Great.
and it's just gonna bite you with its gross spidery gross face.
Great. Not surprised.
Let's see here. Would you stop that?
I was trying to cross my
your one eye goes lazy.
Oh my god, my bag is like.
That hits armor class 16.
Really?
Oh god, I don't have my armor class written down.
What, kind of armor do you have?
And this eye goes that way.
I've got. Jason, you didn't write down any of my armor.
You just said you didn't get armor.
I don't get armor?
It's like 10
What class
plus
You
are
didn't
dex.
get armor.
What class are you?
Okay.
What class you at?
I'm a rogue, but I won't have armor because I have something
You're
else.
a rogue?
Oh, you got your, what's your dexterity modifier?
My dexterity modifier? Plus
Plus
3.
3.
So 10 plus your dex modifier is your
Okay, yeah,
AC.
so it's a 13, so it hits.
Stand.
Pizza. Okay, give me a second. I wasn't mentally ready.
Dog. Pizza.
So it rears back and spreads its gross spideriness in front of you,
Okay.
and then lands down and chomps into both your shoulders with its mandibles.
Okay.
You're like, ooh.
And you take 5 points of piercing damage,
Okay, that's okay.
and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's not as fun. What's my constitution? Okay, there it is.
Ooh.
8.
Plus anything?
That's with it plus.
I see.
So people are going to die today.
You take 8 points of poison damage as well.
Well, I'm dead.
You're not dead.
You're down already?
Yup.
That's a rogue baby.
Welcome to Rogues.
Yeah, so you feel this like burning sensation come from where it bites you, like more so than just the pain of being bitten by a giant spider.
The thing is, my character is so fucking done with everything that all he's gonna say is he's just gonna go, "Oh, fantastic," and then he's probably gonna fall to the ground. I'd assume.
Right.
That is Kizza.
Next up
Fantastic.
is our good friend Danny.
Are we? Are we Hunter?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna cower.
True.
Is that a
Wait, you're dead.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not up.
Unconscious.
Hold on. Yeah, sorry, I'm unconscious. Okay.
God, are you up there?
Godly's
not.
up here. Oh yeah.
Use divine intervention at first level.
I'm trying to figure out how many spells I have. I've got.
My back hurts. I can't lean over.
I don't know how many I have, but I know I got one. So it's gonna be cure
Great.
wounds.
Just so you know.
Wait, hold on.
It says
I'm
on your thing.
gonna check to make sure it's not. I don't have to touch
I
him.
think Cure Wounds is a touch spell, isn't it?
Touch it with your
I'm
long
checking.
schlong.
Hold on. Yes, it is. Ah,
That's
what about
alright.
Word is
that?
the distance one if you have it.
What?
Healing word is the distance one if you
Healing
have
word.
it.
Do you have healing word?
Thank you, main cleric.
Thanks, I usually am a cleric.
Yeah.
The big sea man.
The big cock man? Oh.
Oh God, you guys both made sex jokes. I hate it.
Are you surprised?
I shouldn't.
King Diddley.
Anyways, I'm gonna healing word you. 1d4. That's a 2 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, so that's plus 2 plus that's 2 plus 6. You get 6.
It's 6
And
points
I'm
back.
gonna cower again.
Thank you, babe.
Can you cower as an action?
I don't know. Can I like
Are you a kobold?
what?
Are you a kobold?
No.
Okay, then cower's not an action, but it's a thing you can do. Kobolds can actually, as a class, as a species ability, cower for their lives to distract opponents.
Oh no! I wasn't trying to distract him. I was trying to not
Hide.
get hit.
Okay,
No, you can hide.
so next up,
Wait,
is-
wait. Oh God. It's 60 feet. We're fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move like 10 feet closer.
Okay, so now you're, it's 40 feet in between you and the spider. You're still a little bit on the bridge, but not quite.
I want to get off the bridge.
Okay, that's 15 feet then. Okay, you're 35 feet away from the spider.
Okay.
You regain consciousness, I assume.
Okay, yeah.
Get 6.
You see this giant spider looming over you.
Maybe don't die.
It looks spider angry. Next up is
Is it mine or is it Jasper's?
it's your turn. You're first, then Jasper.
Okay.
I'm like
Wow.
Minecraft spider, guys.
Man, I have never played a
That's
ranger
that's
before,
big.
so I know I have, but I apologize.
You know what I
I
got?
only have a
I thought you said, but I'm traumatized. And I was like, yeah, understandably.
I will use my longbow one more time.
Wait.
'Cause I can't kiss the thing.
Oh my God. Sorry.
That's a mood.
How far am I from it?
I was big stupid last time. You shouldn't have had disadvantage on that shot.
Okay.
So yeah, you can use it without disadvantage.
Okay.
I misread the thing. It's 0 to 150 feet without anything, then 150 to 600 feet with disadvantage. Then after 600 feet, you can no longer shoot at it. I misread the thing and thought
Okay.
you got disadvantage
So
before
that's a
150 feet.
13.
So plus anything?
No, it's the 13.
Did you add your proficiency bonus?
Yes.
Wow, you missed.
How
It's a
far am I-
close miss though. If it makes you feel any better.
How far am I from the thing?
50 feet.
Do you legitimately only have your longbow?
And a staff.
Well, there's a staff.
What is this? Whack! I'm 60 feet away from it.
You're 50 feet
50
away.
feet. I'm
Hey,
gonna.
guess what?
I have something else. I'm gonna move 30 feet closer to it.
Okay.
The end.
So now you're 20 feet away from it.
Yep.
Next up is Jasper.
Can you pick me up? Come here. You're gonna crack my back.
Warlock ain't that exciting, you guys.
I love Warlock. Don't
They don't have
ask me.
many exciting spells,
Is that a
but
crack?
I love Warlock.
I'm gonna cross my arms. And I'm gonna
he's gonna like
Here.
get a little closer and then again pull back his bow and shoot an arrow.
How much closer, just out of curiosity?
10 feet closer. He's still on the bridge, but he's not.
Okay. So you two are 40 feet away. And yeah, roll to see if you hit with that delicious Eldritch Blast.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Pardon?
15?
Yeah, that hits.
We're good.
7 damage.
7
Dabblage?
Dablage.
Just 7.
Just 7. Alright, next up is you, good friend Bowie, underneath the spider, flat on your ass. I take it you stand up.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm standing. Yeah.
Stay in. It's like
I knew.
Stay in.
Eldritch stand.
So wait, how tall is this thing?
How tall is the spider?
Yeah.
Spider height? I don't know. Give me a second. Give me a
Spider
second.
height is about
Spider-Man.
My 2 fingers put together, like really tiny.
It's taller than you are standing,
Okay.
easily.
Okay.
So at least 6'4".
Okay.
Big boy. Big
I don't know why
Is it standing over top of me or is
It's basically
front of me?
in front of you, yeah.
Were you suggesting that you would stand up and then like jump up and hit your head against like its
No.
skin
Spidery
and then
tongue.
headbutt
Like
it?
knock it over against its spidery tum-tum. I hate you.
it?
So yeah, what are you doing with Mr. Spiders? Mr. Pokey the Spider-Man.
Can I like?
Oh, the Pokemon.
I want to back up just enough to get like a running start.
You would provoke an attack of opportunity as you backed out of its space.
I want to back up backwards though. Like I want to.
still.
I'd still provoke an attack
Yeah.
of opportunity.
Yep.
Unless you took your action to disengage, in which case you couldn't attack, so you just
Yeah,
run back
no.
into it.
Okay.
Isn't that bonus action disengage for runes?
Is that first level?
No, I think
I don't
it's.
think so.
I think it's like 3rd.
Yeah.
I haven't played Rogue. I don't really know.
Okay.
I think it's 2nd or 3rd level.
I can check that real quick.
But we can check to see if you can disengage as a bonus action, because you might actually be able to. Nummy, nummy. Iced tea in my tummy one.
There's like 3 things I could do right now, so I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Nice.
Okay. 3 things.
Yeah.
Hit. Run.
Did you know how the alphabet works?
I
I
don't know
went
the other
too
one.
far, then I.
Kiss it?
No.
Kiss
Okay.
it.
Oh, right. You're not a bard.
No,
Lick
not a
it.
bard.
Just like spread those mandibles and blah 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 blah.
I think that's like. No, who does that? No,
Licks
that's
the
probably
spider.
still a bard.
Just said
I can't disengage after I hit it, can I?
It says nothing about
Yeah,
disengaging.
I think you can.
It's a rogue ability.
Yeah, it says literally nothing about it.
What are the?
Oh! No, that's cunning
Give me
action.
the fucking.
Okay.
What jinx? That's wizard. I don't want wizard. Why did
Yeah.
I flip to wizard?
2nd level cunning action. You were reading the right thing, but you didn't read disengage, so
It's
you can't
okay.
do it until 2nd level.
Thank you.
You got it.
We hold hands.
So you want to run or you want to hit? My advice.
I found where your fucking
Run.
die beneath my feet.
Sorry. Everything's beneath your feet. Oh my god.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god, I'm like right underneath you.
Yeah, you were right underneath it.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm gonna ask, and I highly doubt that you will allow me to, but I will ask anyway. Is there any? This is a DA, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I hate figuring out dice stuff. Sorry, odd flex, but would you let me dig my rapier into this thing and then like try to go underneath it and like drag it along underneath it? Or no?
Still have your movement?
I'd still have a little bit of movement.
If you make the attack at disadvantage, and spend your bonus action also doing that, then yes.
Is it worth it?
Will it give it extra damage?
Yes.
I don't
I'd
think
say
it'd be
go
able to
for it.
attack you if you were underneath it, unless it like.
It
Just...
shits. It's violently shits.
No, I was gonna say it
I
just
just
like.
need to roll
falls.
higher than a 15.
With disadvantage, yes.
Yeah, I just have to roll higher than a 15. God, please pray for me.
Do it. Do it.
Nope.
That needs a
That's a 2. So.
So 2. Roll the other one in case you get a nat 1.
Do
What?
Do
Yeah,
it.
With disadvantage,
Roll
you have to
again.
roll the other one in case you get lower, basically, which in this case would be a
I'm not
critical
gonna
failure.
get lower. It's a 2 again, so.
Oh wow, okay.
That was very close.
So you thrust the rapier at it, and you hit it, but it just sort of like skips off one of the thicker parts of its chitinous grossness.
I thought you were trying to run underneath with it.
That's what I was going to try to do, but I'd have to roll with disadvantage, and then I'd have to use my bonus action to run underneath it.
Okay.
Your turn, Daddy.
It's spider's
It's
turn.
spider's turn.
Fuck.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it's
die
not
again.
even my turn. I'm not even that good.
All right, so
Ready?
the spider
Okay.
the spider is going for you again because
Yeah,
you're right
no
there.
shit.
It gets armor class 15, which hits you,
Yeah.
and it begins coiling you up in web, basically.
Bruh.
So now you are restrained by it
Epic
until you can escape. You cannot move away from the spider. It is carrying you with it now, basically.
It's carrying.
I'm gonna say, bruh, I'm not your kid.
It makes a weird, gross gurgling sound at you.
It's like
Bruh, I said no.
It's too late for you. No. Next up is
What
Danny.
the fuck?
epic
What
bro
the
moment.
fuck?
Crud. How far am I from it?
35 feet.
Blank.
Owned.
Boom. Ow.
Can I hit it if I run 30 feet?
Yep.
Like, then I'm 5 feet from it.
Well,
Yeah.
are you trying to like hit it with a melee attack?
Still the hill.
Are you sure?
Do you want ice?
Because technically it's 10 feet away still. There's 5 feet in between
Wait,
you
the
and it.
melted ice?
It's occupying the next square.
Can I throw something at it to make it drop them?
In theory, you could try.
Okay, can I run up and then try and throw my dagger?
I don't know why, but my brain's been replacing everything with every time you guys don't finish a sentence fast enough, my brain replaces it with dog. So like everything
Can I
you've
throw
been
my dog
everything you guys have been saying where you've paused, I'm always like dog.
into the dog?
You want to throw your dog at the spider?
I want to throw my dog into the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I throw my dagger at the spider?
Yeah, roll to see if you hit.
That's a 19 plus proficiency.
That's a +2.
21.
Yeah, you hit.
Woo! I'm not even a rogue. Oh yeah.
1d4. 1d4 plus dex for a dagger, or strength, I believe.
Dagger.
Dagger's
I think
finesse
it's dex.
weapon.
Dex?
Dagger's a finesse weapon, so you can use strength or dexterity. whatever you
Well,
prefer.
I'm not gonna use my strength. So that's 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Good one.
Yay! Maybe.
It doesn't drop Bowie. But it does look mildly irritated. Next up is you.
I'm gonna hit it with my bow again. Wait, how close am I?
You
I'm
were
20 feet.
closer.
You're 20 feet away from it.
You were closer. So you could run up and thwomp him with a staff if you wanted to.
Yeah. Technically.
No, I have something else.
Okay, then do something else.
Nuke. You got a 30 kill streak, so now you can call him the tactical nuke.
Okay, is one of its legs active? Not active, but like, okay, that sounded really fucking weird. Is one of his legs like...
Legs online. Oh shit, it's a robot.
Is one of its legs or like a body part of it close to me?
I mean, if you can get close enough to it, you have enough movement where you could go anywhere.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
So yeah, you can go close to a leg if you
Are you
want to.
gonna Magnus Burnsides this shit and
No.
rip off its leg?
No, I'm gonna go up to it. I'm gonna kiss it, and it has to make a con save.
Does that work against?
Yeah, it works against anything.
It works against stupid spiders. It works against dumb fucking spiders too.
Spider.
As
Dumb.
long as it's not like charmed.
Okay, but are spiders immune to charm because they're fucking stupid? I
No,
honestly
this
I
isn't-
thought
this
Hunter
isn't a
was gonna
charm.
Say, oh shit.
It's
That's
not
where
a
they
charm what
realized
they're
this.
doing.
No, but like if they have charm, if the spider is already charmed or whatever, it doesn't work.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, no, spiders be fucking stupid, dude.
Woo!
16
What?
16
As
For the save.
as its save. It rolled.
I would assume. What?
What's your save?
I don't
thing?
know. It just says concept. Make a D12. It's a DC of 12.
DC of 12. Yeah, you rolled a 16.
Okay, well then it takes half damage.
It takes half damage.
Yes, it's like 1d8. I don't have a d8. Can I borrow someone's d8, please? Thanks.
Half damage from a kiss?
Yeah, it's a very sexy kiss. She just like sucks on
It's
its leg a
necrotic
little.
damage, by the way.
Good
Half of 8 is 4. So.
math. I'm surprised you figured that one out.
And then I'm gonna back up. 20 more feet. 10 more feet. Oh fuck.
Okay.
10 feet. I'm like,
Do
ooh.
you really want to? That technically provokes an attack. of
Never mind.
opportunity.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna like twerk on it. Make it horny for me. I'm kidding. I just kiss it. I'm like,
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Jasper, it's your turn.
Well, that was a strange image that happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got ADD.
Yeah, kind of weirded out. This is a weird fucking group.
I'm like, oh. I like the crevice behind its knees. What's the girl say when she got to the ball?
That's my favorite joke.
You guys made that gulping noise as I was drinking, and I thought that was directed towards me.
Yeah, you ever just like, you're fucking water.
Sorry,
That was
Jasper.
me.
No!
Sorry, Jasper.
Fucking do it again.
I don't have much of this. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20 on what, sorry?
Another Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Can I cut you?
What?
I
I'm
guess
not gonna cut you.
Roll your double damage.
So it takes 4 damage.
Alright.
I love big first
And-
level guys.
With that, as this arcane bolt of energy soars through the air, it hits the spider in sort of one of the areas where its leg connects with its body, and the leg just gets blown off.
We can give it to Edmund!
So the leg gets blown off of the spider,
Oh, we fixed another problem!
and it shudders and drops you and begins to run away. So you're the only one who can take an attack of opportunity against it right now if you want to.
Yeah!
It's also the spider's turn, so it's just disengaging and running away on its turn. So you can't actually take an attack of opportunity because it's using the disengage action. I forgot it was the spider's turn.
You really got me
I'm
like
sorry for getting your
hard
hopes
for
up.
it, and then you like,
Yeah, so the spider's just fucking booking it away. You blew a leg off. It's pissed.
My dagger's in that spider.
Your dagger is in...
Because it's missing a leg.
It still has 7 legs. It's moving pretty fast.
so it's Bowie's turn, right? Or did it just
It's-
straightly
it's-
disengage and gone?
It's Danny's turn, but it's 60 feet away from you and moving away, so...
My dagger's in that spider.
Your dagger's in that
My
spider.
dagger's in that spider.
Your dagger's in his spider.
You start doing the
You're
YMCA.
just waving at it. Why?
No, that was like my celebratory.
Because you beat the spider? Because it fucking stole your dagger.
My dagger. Well, alright. I can't do anything.
6 seconds.
That's all I got.
Next turn.
Next turn.
So this is the end of initiative, so at this point the spider escapes.
Okay.
At least you're not in initiative with it anymore. You can still see it
My
as it
dagger.
grossly slithers away behind the western tower.
Yeah.
I can still shoot.
Yeah, can we still shoot
You can still roll to see if you hit it.
Can I roll to see if I eat it?
It's within range if you want to roll to see if you can shoot it. But you're out of initiative now, basically, so you don't need to wait for your turn anymore.
16 plus
That's a
4
16 plus
is
2.
20 and 6 damage.
8.
6 damage for
I
you,
got
okay?
18.
And how much damage did you do?
I don't know. I need another D8.
Still within 120
Thanks.
and that's up next 6 seconds as well.
I got 5.
So you and Jason both loose your volley into it, and it hits the spider. It stumbles and keeps on going, and then within the next 6 seconds, it breaks 120 feet because it takes a move and a dash action both times. So it makes it 60 feet the first time, then another 60 feet.
It wasn't actually that he lost a leg. He just like, oh shit, the oven's on.
Wait, shit, my Pillsbury Doughboys.
Wait, I have to think.
I think longbow is 100.
Am I still wrapped up in
600.
webs, or am I good?
Yeah.
Am I still wrapped up in webs, or do
You're
you
still
just-
wrapped up in webs.
I'm
but you
gonna
can just
start-
break out now.
Okay, I'm out of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not an action anymore because you're not in combat. You can just get out. You're kind of sticky.
Well, we did that.
Pardon?
How far away did it go?
Longbow.
Longbow,
It's like 120
yes.
feet.
What about it?
Did it stop behind the building,
A
or do we know?
longbow,
It's still
you'll
going.
hit it.
It's still
see it.
It's 120 to 600.
It's 120 feet, but it's awkwardly behind the western tower now.
It's just,
Can I
wait,
only
it's
dash
just sitting there?
one
Oh,
foot?
It's not
It's
sitting
like the
there.
Lego
Oh.
movie where like half of Lord Garmadon is like behind the building and like the half of the other.
Like, you could shoot at it, but you'd be at disadvantage because it has cover.
Where's the tower?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay.
in this big courtyard. It's 120
Lego
feet
Ninjago.
basically that way, and then the eastern one is that way, and then in between them there are these big old gates. So, are you shooting at it again, sir?
Nah,
Okay.
I'm trying to mess with it.
Okay. Yeah.
So, how far away? We're 120 feet-ish from the tower. Okay.
I'm glad they're not tuning into our
Yeah, our
one
Lego
brain
Ninja-
cell moment.
Yeah. All right.
Or
So.
Lego Ninjago.
Shush. In between these two towers, which as you're closer now, you get a better look at them. You can see that they're completely 100% like smooth. There's not even a door or anything in them. And in between them, there are these colossal, like 50 feet tall, perfectly smooth boy doors carved into the mountain. Yeah, sorry. Have fun. You can have them all.
No, the charger.
The charger.
Not the pizza. No, please, not the pizza.
Yes, the pizza.
Dad?
Yeah. So you guys are standing in this courtyard. Spider Boy ran away behind the western tower and zooted out of sight.
Zooted. I've never heard that.
And you can
before.
see there's like a trail of gross spider blood leading back where it went.
Okay.
It's a bluish green color because that's what color insect is in. Blood is because it lacks hemoglobin, which is what makes our
It has
blood
cancer.
red. No,
Oh, alien. Alien.
Has cancer.
it's
Wait,
just sort of blackish,
Well, when you get cancer, you lose hemoglobin.
sort of blackish, bluish, grayish, gross.
Is it like the blood thing? Like
Not from the wolves.
you got?
That was
does
like a-
he,
that
does
was
he
like-
have that?
Tar.
Does he have the tar?
You have a little bit of the tar, but not as much as the dead wolves.
Okay.
You suspect it's a venomous substance of some
Okay.
kind.
So that was our first initiative.
What
guys
went well?
feel?
What could we do better next time?
What's that word?
What is an initiative?
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm
Calm
kidding.
back.
I know the Avengers.
Butted 'em. Butted 'em.
Thank you. Happy Thursday.
That was our first combat. Is everyone okay? Does anyone need like? Well, I
You're
don't
saying
have
that as
anything.
if it's our first, as if we're going to continue doing combat. I
Well-
never want to do that ever again.
We probably will. I mean, we're out in the wilderness.
I never want to do that again, and we shall avoid it at all costs.
Alright, sexy, can you heal me?
Absolutely.
I heal you.
Heal me right here. You bend over.
No! First of all, he's not a bottom. Second
Oh,
of
okay.
all,
First of all, I almost snorted. Second of all,
Yeah, Julius Caesar was rumored to be a bottom.
Thank you for that, and only directed towards me.
Well, like,
funny.
everyone was gay in Rome. That was like the thing to do. But
oh
they
my
made,
god, I want to go to Rome.
But they made
Bro.
fun of Julius Caesar for
Ancient
it, specifically because they thought he was a bottom.
Me making fun of everyone all the time.
Cure wounds. I've only got one of these today.
The one that you already
It's gone. Oh, it's gone.
Y'all need to stop fucking dropping shit. I haven't dropped anything
He's
yet.
gone.
You've dropped
Oh,
a
he's
standard.
gone.
Is that it right there?
That's
I
me.
found Jason's
Here, bud.
dice.
Here, bud.
You found my dice? Oh my
No,
god,
it's
I
not.
thought you
That's
It's
flipped.
a fluff.
You're a flop!
Kick it over here, Danny.
look. It's right here.
Please, I just want more
Danny, just
pizza
let
in my
go.
body.
Danny.
Thanks, guys.
I did
mine
not
then?
want you to do that.
Where's mine?
It's on the ground again.
Oh, it's still over there. It's by your inhaler. Okay, that's okay. I have another dice.
We got
I
it.
didn't
Did you
just-
pick it up?
I
This is
didn't
my
just
dice.
take
You didn't
7
pick
like Jason did. So anyways, a D7.
There's
D8.
not a die over here.
No, it
Danny's
was
a
my
fucking
dice.
liar.
It was my dice.
Oh.
No, I also dropped a D8.
Oh. Well, that's just gone.
Okay, well, oh man.
You never want to hear your cleric say that.
Oh man.
Well, this is a doozy.
It's like one.
D8 close.
2, isn't it?
You get 6, much
That's
like last
fine.
time. Wait, really?
That's good at first
Yeah, you
level.
healed 6 last time.
Well, my hit point maximum is 10, and that goes over it. Does that mean I just do 10?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay. Okay, I actually healed you to full. I was not expecting that.
Thank
Let's
you.
keep going towards the city, yeah?
Great, can I get my D8 first?
Where do you have it? Where is it?
Obviously, yes. We could also stop recording and do a break if we really wanted to, because we've been going for many of hours.
No, it's fine.
But I want a drink.
I'll find it somewhere.
Yeah, it's already
I
7:50.
found it!
Congratulations!
hour left to
Congratulations.
My ass is numb. Give me a second to stand.
Well, we can keep going while you stand. It's not a fucking world-ending
Grab
event.
yourself a Gatorade.
I'm like, oh, my ass fell off!
Mom, where's my
Whoa! What are
Honey?
you doing, step bro?
Honey, where is my ass?
Jason!
that was so funny.
Jason.
I said, honey, where's
Jason,
my
if
ass?
you're grabbing an electrolyte juice, I would like one, please.
Would you like a piss-flavored electrolyte juice?
Danny.
I want the lemon lime one.
No, not Danny, sorry, brother.
Oh.
We both have E names.
Danny doesn't have any in their name.
Well,
I meant like the sound at the end.
Well, technically, I got 2.
Could,
Yeah, you do. That's true.
could I please have an electrolyte juice too?
5.
What
Yeah, you can have an electrolyte juice.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Would you
Have
like
fucking-
one?
Whatever.
This is a story all about how.
Okay, so anyways,
Would you like one?
it's fine. It was from.
Do you want
No,
Do
it?
you
I
want a
don't.
Gatorade?
No, I don't know why you're asking me.
So wait, are we like breaking?
No.
Okay, should I keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Good.
yeah, there's these two perfectly smooth stone towers rising into the distance.
Wait, do that again. That's so cool. I can't do that.
You go into hyperdrive.
Rising into the distance.
I'm good at tongue tricks, but not that.
Hold on a minute.
Not in that way.
La, 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 la.
Not that.
I am in pain too.
It's fine.
My foot's in pain.
Also, there is the. Well, why did you
Step on a ring.
You fool. Also, there
should send
there
a
are like
picture to
the
Jasper.
great stone doors, each one perfectly smooth and like 50 feet tall,
Smooth like a baby.
smooth like a baby's anus.
Can I do an investigation check?
What are you
behind
investigating?
the
To make sure
test
that's not a
tower?
baby's
Where
ass.
the spider went?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. To make sure it's not a baby's ass. Give me a second.
Oh my god.
I'm glad you got a kick out of that.
Oh my god, someone polymorphed the doors.
Oh no.
Your mom called me a rat.
Are you serious?
She's like, is that a rat? And I was like, no.
But did she call you a baby's ass?
Wait, are you serious? Are you sure she wasn't talking to the show?
No, she went, hello? Is that a rat? And I was like, no, it's just me. I'm just grabbing some juice. And she's like, oh, thank God. She thought me grabbing the drinks was like a mouse.
Is that a rat?
So I gotta do an investigation.
What the fuck is happening with this lamp? Jesus Christ. No one touched the table. What the fuck did I just say? I'm gonna slap you. So you didn't really need an investigation check to figure out where the spider went.
No.
there's-
I was doing an investigation check around the west tower where it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's there.
I
Roll
asked.
the
I
10.
asked if you wanted to see where it went, and you said yes.
Oh. No, I was wondering if there was anything else around that west tower to where it was hanging around.
I will die.
Yes. There's a trail of blood leading basically into this sort of rough-hewn cave into the mountain, beside like the main doors. Like it looks like something as I'm going to fucking execute whoever made this lamp. I swear to Jesus.
Oh my god.
Okay. Fucking Hitler lamp. Stop it.
Yeah, this lamp is very funny.
This lamp's got like a constant rave mode. I don't quite understand.
It's a touch sensitive lamp and nobody's touching it at all, but it keeps on turning on and off.
It's a touch sensitive lamp that's sensitive enough that if you touch the table too hard, it flickers.
Hey, lamp, you're a hoe.
Good one, Danny.
Very sensitive. Oh my god.
Okay, so a needle pulling thread. Yeah, there's this cave sort of winding away into the mountains. It's big enough for Big Roy Spider, basically, and there's like a trail of spider goop leading into it.
Ooh.
And other than that, the base of the tower, it just sort of like comes out of the ground, like there's no door or no braces, and it's like perfectly smooth. Again, it looks like it was carved out of almost a single piece of stone,
But there's blood.
leading into the cave.
Does it look like dwarf?
Looks like gross spider blood.
Oh.
It's the same gross spider blood.
Does it look like dwarf blood? Is there any
Not with
dwarf
your
blood?
investigation of 10, you can't really tell.
Hey guys,
Yes.
maybe football's brother got in here.
Football? Wait, why am I in here? Sorry. Football? What's his name? Football?
No, but I was gonna drop kick him like a football.
Don't drop.
Oh, that sucks. Maybe. Wait, what? He has a brother? Who? The dwarf man. Baz Ben him Penguin owner of the Penguin Mining Service.
No!
I'm getting conflicting opinions.
No, the definite answer there was no.
Him?
Wait, yes.
That's cool. Maybe. Can we please go?
I just had a seizure.
Can we please go?
You guys saw that? I like dropped the bottle cap, put the bottle down, looked at the bottle for a minute, and then just like didn't swallow, so it just started dripping down my face.
I didn't see that. Are you good?
No, I don't know what's happening to my body, but it's not good. Oh my god, I got I'm just dying. The hole in my foot killed me, it's fine.
Continue!
It killed
We're just
his
gonna keep
foot.
walking.
Are you gonna walk into the cave thing, or?
The lid just like entered
We
a
wanna
different
go
plane.
into the city.
Hey guys, is that just spider blood or is that like...
That's blood. That's spider blood.
Danny,
Spider blood.
my lid entered a different plane. Can you?
Yeah, your lid's hanging out in sigil.
Oh, there's your head.
Oh shit, sigil's over there. Guys, we found it.
It's on the other side of that bag. Wait.
Good one, Danny.
I didn't actually say that was muffled. It's fine.
Okay.
Anyways.
I think we're solved with my
So yeah, you guys going into Spider Cave?
Yeah.
Blood? Blood?
Well, sorry. I apologize to everyone. Everywhere. I was getting drinks. Is this not the entrance to the city?
The entrance to the city is like fuck off huge smooth stone doors. This is like a little cave hewn into the mountain where the spider went next to those fuck off huge doors.
I rolled to see if there was dwarf blood going into the cave where the spider went.
Well, I think we shouldn't go into the spider.
I was
Cave.
checking to see if there was dwarf blood.
Only that's not what she said.
Yeah.
So that's
it's
not what she found.
Definitely not, no. I also rolled a 10, so.
I said, is it dwarf blood? Went, yeah. It's a dwarf blood.
It's spider blood.
Okay.
I mean, you could also roll
I
investigation
rolled.
to see if you can see anything
I
else.
rolled.
I
You can't just ask questions and get answers, Jason.
Well, it worked.
No, it didn't. Your answer was you can roll too. That's not.
13?
There's some dried blood. What it belongs.
No,
to,
that's
you
not what I
can't
meant. I
tell.
wanted to look
What
around.
the fuck? You need to
said
fucking tell me.
you just
what you're
said you
looking
could-
for.
You just said you could roll to look around more.
Can I push the
I
doors
want to look
open?
around more.
Yes. You looked around. You found dried blood, also leading into the hole. Jesus
I
Christ.
want to go to the
How
hole.
come you said no when I tried to answer you? You don't
I
get to
wanna-
pick what you find.
I wanna-
Are you gonna try and push the doors, Bowie? Oh,
Push the doors.
okay, roll strength.
Oh, I don't want to.
Oh, this is fine. Oh, that's cocked.
19.
Yeah, no, nothing happens.
Oh, great.
Well, thanks for coming to our campaign, guys. Bye.
I think we gotta go into the cave.
And by a door.
What?
It's a big door.
Oh,
Is
Boy
it a
really
mimic?
did go over and sit down. Okay.
It's a mimic.
Boy's gone.
Why did I ask you if it's a mimic?
What?
Chase is having trouble remembering how
Ah.
D&D works right now.
So
Can I roll to investigate? Okay, Jason rolls. Me describes what Jason finds. Jason, no.
Jason just says no until you describe what he wants.
I'm running the D&D club at my school.
Why?
These poor kids.
It's for the children.
Fuck the children. Not literally, though. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
There's not gonna be any children though.
So the doors don't work. I don't want to go into the fucking cave. I want to fight again.
You wait. Ah! The doors.
Hmm?
How tall are the doors?
Very
Like
tall.
50 feet tall. Like, this is a very grand entrance.
I'm gonna just yell at the doors.
I was
Okay.
gonna yell at the doors too.
You get no response.
Hey, door.
You get no
Can
response
I
either.
investigate the door?
Open sesame.
You get no response.
I hit the door. Open sesame.
You get no response.
Open.
These are the doors to what? The spider?
That is an 18 to investigate the doors.
They're fucking doors.
Do
my
they have
God.
any? Can I investigate around the doors?
Oh my god! I didn't write that much about the doors because I didn't expect you to get hooked on them.
It's a door.
Jesus
I
Christ!
just want to go through the door.
Guys, wait! Somebody pushed on the door.
Let me in.
Let me in!
Answer my fucking question.
What's
Should the doors open, or are we wasting time and should just go through the cave?
that's for me to know and for you to find out.
Okay, so we're wasting fucking time. We're going through the
No,
cave.
hold on, no. Did I actually get an answer?
No,
No, I didn't. No, the poll doesn't
the
work.
pull doesn't work.
Does
Maybe it's
it
a push
slide
door.
open? No, it's sliding.
No.
Maybe it's the sliding doors like my house.
I'm also going to again reiterate that these doors appear to be made of stone and are at least 50 feet tall. Stone! What did you think it was, like a wooden door with like a glass window? Jesus, I said so many
The
times.
DM is
stone.
telling us to go through the fucking cave. We have to go to the
Wait.
cave. I don't want to fight
Are there
again.
any openings on like the fence kind of thing? If there is a fence,
There's
unless it's
no
just a
fence! Ah!
There's no fence.
What do you...
Can we just go around the tower and go in?
The tower just comes out of the ground.
Yeah, so
let's just go around.
So can't we just go around the tower to get across? Because we just go around and it's around the other side of the gate.
It's like in a mountain.
Oh!
The city's like built inside a mountain.
I didn't know that. We have
That
to go
was
to the cave.
I thought I said that. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Who
Hey,
knows?
Okay, here's the
I'm going
thing.
through the cave.
Here's
Okay.
the thing.
We're going through the cave.
My
Here's the
computer
thing,
went to sleep.
I'm gonna give you the setup that I thought it was. I
Okay.
thought it was bridge and like, you know, like kind of steep kind of thing where like the towers would be. Just
Yeah.
like looking after, and then like grass.
Yeah, and
a
then like,
door.
yeah, that's
no,
what
that
I
was
thought.
my bad. That was my bad.
And then
It's
a cave.
it's bridge into a stone courtyard.
Do you
On
know
the-
what I thought this was?
On the
Okay.
other side of a courtyard, there's a fucking mountain with a door in it,
Okay.
and the two
Okay.
towers basically just come out of the ground in the courtyard.
Great. So either I fall.
This
or
is
go
what I
in the
thought it was.
cave.
There's a tower here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a tower here.
Yep.
This is a bridge we like doodled over.
Okay, Hunter's a
This is
bad
the door.
GM. Can we
Okay.
just move on?
No, wait. Just wait.
No,
And then so you were like, you're talking. You're like the towers, and you keep telling us about the towers, and then Danny's like, is there a fence? And you're like, no. And I'm like, okay, bro, why aren't we just going?
Mountain.
Well, no. Hear me out. It's not that you're bad. Yeah.
We're bad players.
We're bad players. We did discuss that this was a mountain. This is considered a mountain biome, and we fucking forgot.
Okay.
We're going into the fucking
Okay.
cave.
So
Okay, we're gonna go to the
you
cave.
enter these.
Wait, is
cramped-
there another cave?
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you.
There's no other cave. You enter this cramped and crowded cave. It looks big enough that the spider could have crawled through, but like barely.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I enter the cave last?
Yes. If
Good news,
no one
guys.
else argues with that.
Good news, we couldn't open the doors. He had this pre-written. I
Oh,
love you.
I was gonna
I'm
say-
pissed off that I described the other side of the doors later on in this thing. Like, I just want to take it out. You don't get to fucking know.
Great.
It continues on for what feels like a little while, winding left and right and up and down, before finally it cuts sharply to your right, and you can see blackness, basically.
So wait, who's human?
I can see in the dark.
We're only human, after
I
all.
can see in the dark.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Jasper
never
is
mind.
an elf.
I'll get dark vision, I think.
Do you have dark vision?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
the dark.
Okay, everyone has dark vision.
Yep.
Okay, so it's very dark, but you...
Wait, Jay, you're a human. How do you have dark vision?
Secret.
Secret.
Oh, fuck!
Sorry.
Did you drop something?
It's my 5th time dropping this in the last 30
I swear-
seconds.
I fucking hate you. So it cuts sharply to your right, and you can see that there's a little bit of a drop. And on the other side, you can see dwarven architecture. So you can go out this little dwarven.
Small.
No, it's big.
Oh.
Oh.
How are they ladders? Oh.
I don't want to make you feel stupid. It's carved into a mountain, so they could carve it top to bottom.
Anyway. Danny's a little slow. It's fine.
So yeah, are you guys gonna go in?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, the spider was
So-
a citizen. I'm so bad. We just murdered a citizen.
There's no light either, by the way. It's your dark vision and nothing else.
Yep.
Everything seems like it was once perfectly smooth, almost reflectively, but some ceilings have caved in and there's rubble that smashed the once smooth floor. You can also see the colossal doors from the inside. There are a great many chains and crankshafts running off into various holes high up in the walls or out of sight into the darkness. However this door opened, it was complex. I'm so angry that I wrote that like a month ago. The room is about 40 feet wide and a grand entryway of some kind which extends away from the door to your left. The ceiling is high out of sight, and even with your dark vision, you can't see it. To your right, immediately, there's something slightly alarming, which is the skeleton of a dwarf clad in rusted armor, coated in dust and cobwebs.
Okay. I go look at it.
Okay.
Is there anything
Are you
on
looking
it?
for the ring?
No, I'm just looking for anything.
Okay. It's got like a couple copper.
I take it.
Okay. You get 3 copper pieces.
Look for the ring because he
Uh,
said the ring.
Carved into the wall next to it, there are some runes in Dwarvish. Can anyone here read that?
No. I can speak. And that's it.
You ate. Okay.
I can speak orc.
Can you read?
Sign language, infernal, and common.
Jasper, can you read Dwarvish?
I don't believe so.
None of us know what this
We all
says.
Stupid
Okay, none
as
of you know
fuck.
what the runes say.
Hey Hunter,
Yes.
if I was Baz Ben Kunun the Ben Kunun it was like a.
Good, you're not. Welcome to Fernholm.
It's an English underneath.
No,
it.
that's not what it says, but this is
Hey,
your
this
grand
is Farnholm.
this is your grand
We
entry
speak
into the
Dwarvish.
city.
You want to live here? Learn it.
Stop it.
Get some help.
All right. So, as you walk through this dark entryway, the silence is oppressive, and everything you do echoes and reverberates again around the empty hall.
Penis.
Yes. There are several great stone pillars, each that reach up to a ceiling you can no longer see. Some have crumbled, and some have collapsed entirely. Cobwebs drape between them. And you can continue down this grand hall, or you can dick around here more if you want to.
Continue.
I want to make sure that spider's not anywhere near here.
Roll investigation.
He's like crying in the corner.
My leg!
My leg.
This is 7, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Let's
Yeah,
find
you,
out.
you can't tell. So you continue down the hallway for what feels like about 15 minutes with the silence and darkness crowding around you, and eventually you see an opening ahead into nothingness. So as you walk down the hallway, you come out into a chamber, and colossal is an understatement. There is a railing to your left that goes outwards another 40 feet, and then cuts right, creating a large courtyard or a landing area. Then to your right, the path continues and slopes gracefully ever downwards into the darkness. You can't see the floor on the other side of this railing, or the ceiling, or you notice the walls basically curving away from you, and you can't see where they go either. And it's just completely silent.
Can I shoot a sacred flame out?
Okay.
Pew pew!
You shoot it out.
Uh-huh.
It like lights up the railing as it shoots past it, and then even with the brightness of the flame, you cannot see anything until it winks out in the distance.
Well, damn.
It's a big place.
Well, damn.
Oh, well, I'll be danged.
I'll be danged.
So you continue down this gently sloping pathway. Occasionally, you'll pass another skeleton or two.
I'm checking all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of them have things, but like nothing you could find any value in. Most
It's like
of
the
them
picture
don't.
of their dead family.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? Toss it aside. Then you hear a soft scuttling. Then a sound like pebbles falling down, and finally,
Stop.
from off to one side where the cliff is and the railing, dozens of tiny spiders begin swarming over the railing and
Thought you were
working
gonna
their
say
way
baby.
towards you. They almost blend in with the shadows around you, and it's hard to see how many there are, but there are a lot.
We hit a wolf spider.
It's a swarm of tiny boys.
Secret flame.
They're not to you yet, so you can take an action now before they get to you and you roll initiative. You're just gonna sacred flame those bastards.
Yeah, I am. I didn't get any of the
With my staff, I'm just gonna be like, like as far as
Dexterity
it can go.
saving
Like,
throws, y'all.
all of us?
Well, no,
Those
not
spiders.
you
Oh,
guys.
you said y'all, and I was like, fuck, I guess.
I meant y'all is in the spiders.
Well, actually, y'all is singular. If you want y'all to refer to multiple people, you have to say all y'all.
Oh, okay. No, I don't care about that grammar. Y'all.
16.
8 plus 4, 12. Yeah, save. Okay. Or. Nope.
Did I take any damage?
Nope.
Oh, rip.
Can I take another?
You each get one action before
Oh,
they get here.
okay, good.
So are the rest of you going to try and hit?
I'm just,
Okay, we'll see if you hit. I need to get there.
I don't have anything for staff. I don't also have anything for staff.
I'm going, yeah.
That is a 16 plus 2.
16 plus 2?
Yes, that is a
That will hit.
18.
Good math. That hits.
What does the staff do?
Staff? You're fucking hitting him with a staff. Do you not know what the numbers are?
No!
Why didn't you write it down?
I don't
No,
know!
is there a railing on the side of this?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what
they're
I'm
crawling
doing.
over it. They're swarming over this
No,
railing.
I meant on the side of the like path we're following down, or is it just a straight edge?
On one side is the wall of this great chamber that the
Yeah.
path is following. On the other side is a railing and nothingness.
It's a staff?
Is the railing
Yeah.
smooth?
Yeah.
So hypothetically
I
speaking,
got it.
could I sit on it and just go?
In
1d6.
theory, but if you fell backwards,
Thank
it
you.
would be a
Unless
very long
you have
fall.
2 hands,
Okay.
then 1d8.
It's
I'm just thinking of all my
26.
plans.
Yeah, a fall that would
Definitely kill.
definitely kill your squishy level 1 character.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I was
Boy was
considering just
entertaining the idea
going
of
down.
sitting on the railing and just sliding down the entire way.
That is a
Okay.
4.
That is a 4. Yeah, okay, you like flap a few of them. Yeah, basically. Okay, they continue their march onwards.
Wait, not good.
Bowie.
Do they look like they're gonna like try to bite us?
I
Or?
mean, there's like a shit ton of spiders swarming towards you. You
How
can
big are
take that
they?
normal sized,
Like baby babies?
that big around.
That's not normal size. That's
That
too big.
includes legs.
That's
So it's like a daddy long legs ish size.
I would have shit my pants. Sorry.
About that, yeah. But they're just like normal ass spiders. Only there's a lot of them, which is unusual.
They're running from the dwarves.
Wait, can I just like jump and like step? They're not gonna jump at me.
They have mini tigers. They're like, oh!
Yeah.
They use all their legs to stab you.
They have maces.
I mean, you could try and jump right into the middle
No,
of
no,
a
no,
swarm
I'm
of
just like,
spiders,
ah,
but if you
don't.
fucking want to.
No, it's like spiders, and I'm playing
You
like
crowd
don't touch
surf
the
on
levels,
the
and a lot of
spiders.
spiders.
You're just gonna stay still, you don't care?
No.
Okay.
Like if they come near me, I'm just gonna like squash them with my foot.
Crowd circle the spiders all the way down.
Like
Jasper, are you going to act towards the spiders in any way?
I mean, I could just like flick a tiny eldritch blast.
I mean, you can't. I don't think you can control the size of your blast. So, like, it's
It's not-
full send or no send.
It's not Eldritch Blast or Eldritch Blast.
It is beast.
Just fire and
Oh, you mean like actually like physically like flick an Eldritch Blast into them? Then like yeah, go ahead.
17.
Yeah, that hits 38.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Pardon? 6
6 damage.
damage.
Boy hair.
I. Now it's the spider's turn before we roll initiative, and Mr. Jason.
Yes.
They're not very pleased with your squishing of them. So they swarm over you and begin like crawling up your legs and up the staff that you've been using to bite those bad boys, and they just begin biting you by the dozen.
Okay.
And you
Can
take,
I kiss any of them?
you take 10 points of damage.
Jesus!
I'm down to 1 hit point. Can I kiss any of them?
See, here's the thing about a swarm. You can kiss one individual spider, but that won't affect the swarm as a whole. Spiders are immune to being paralyzed, feared, charmed, because it's not one creature, it's a bunch of small ones.
Can I like... Woo!
No.
You can probably.
Yeah, you can grab a bunch of spiders and put your face in them, but I don't know how that would
Sweat
help.
them off your face. Oh my gosh.
Okay, and with that, we will roll for initiative. Now that your little
That is...
supplementary round is over, Jason's
That's a
getting the
12.
shit bitten out of
That's a
him.
12. Watch as like they only go towards me because I was only...
Well, I
Wow.
mean, yeah.
We
They
both
didn't
got
do too good
12s.
on initiative. What's your modifiers?
+4.
My.
Initiative. Sorry, I didn't grab your initiative up there.
Dexterity modifier.
Dexterity modifier.
Where's my dex? Oh god, I'm blind.
Nice.
3.
3?
+3 is my dex modifier.
Okay, so
+4. So I'd go before you.
what did you?
Jasper, what'd you get?
Okay, give me a second.
I don't want these anymore. I
Me
don't
neither.
want these
What did you
ones.
get?
I got a
Okay.
1.
Put them on here. Wait,
Natural 1.
put them on here.
I get a prize now.
No, you don't.
That prize is dying.
This isn't quite the same initiative order as last time, but it's very close. So first up is Jason.
Oh my god, the 12?
Yeah. Danny, the spider's got a 2, and I was like, "There's no way they won't be going last," and then you got a fucking 1.
I got a 1, yeah.
So
it's
yeah,
I'm gonna...
you're gonna take an action to brush them off of yourself.
Yeah, let's try
Okay.
to.
What the fuck am I doing here?
What are you doing here?
Roll a d20.
Hold on.
See if you accidentally hurt any of them.
Oh.
I don't want to.
They clearly don't care about hurting you, so...
You get a natural 20. You beat all of them.
Yeah, you get a natural 20. They fucking ignite on
That is a 10.
That is a 10? Yeah, you don't. But you brush them off of yourself.
Oh my god.
Maybe we'll get disadvantage or something, I don't know. Bowie,
Hold on.
I'm holding on.
Hold on.
My horses are being held.
Good. I'm glad.
Hi.
No, I'm
Thank
kidding.
you.
I'm kidding.
Hey, hey, Danny.
Um.
What?
I didn't know it was that weird.
You kept on doing that. You were like, yeah, except you want to go lazy. So it goes the other way.
I don't think I can do what I want to do.
That was dim as shit for saying derp the other day.
He's like, y'all can't be
Okay.
derpy in the hallways. And we're like, oh
I'm
shit.
going
damn it.
to kill
Okay.
myself.
Would one be
Jason?
able to? I want to do 2 things, but I don't know if I can use stealth as like a bonus. I'm assuming I can.
Not until second level.
Not until
Once
second
you get
level.
cunning action, stealth
Okay.
becomes a bonus action for you.
Yeah. Wait, now you just really like to play hide and seek.
You know it.
Hypothetically speaking, if I stealthed, could I like get away from these spiders? Like,
I mean, it'd be
it's
difficult
like-
because you're not sneaking away from one thing, you're sneaking away from like 3 dozen, but
yeah.
you could in theory. Are you gonna try and sneak?
No. Where are they?
All around you. They're currently storming over your
Okay.
good buddy here,
So they literally just walked right past me then. So I
Basically,
was
yeah.
last in the group.
basically.
Okay, so are they coming? Are there still more coming?
No.
Or
What's
So-
here isn't here.
logically, I could just walk up.
Like past them?
Like no, like they're all swarming Jason.
Yeah.
And there's not more coming.
No.
So they've all already passed me.
Yeah.
So I could just walk up.
Like walk past them. Like out of the fight. is
Yeah,
what-
like just like walk out. Like I
Yeah.
could just be like,
Yeah, you could. Jason,
okay, yeah, I
No.
guess. I'm just gonna.
you just gonna fucking go?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
walk up.
Okay, you fucking zoot.
Can I do it stealthily?
You
Or
can
try
roll
to do
stealth.
it stealthily?
Roll
Try.
stealth, see if you
keyword.
zoot.
16.
16. Okay, that's marginally better than 6.
No, sorry, I stuttered.
No problem. Oh yeah, no they don't.
Okay, cool.
They don't see shit. They are
Bye.
none the wiser. Next up is Jasper.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, Bowie just fucking walks away.
These things are like right on us, right?
They're like currently on Allira. Like munch
Yeah,
munch.
how far am I from them?
How far are you from them? 5, 10 feet, you know. You were walking together as a group. Then they all attacked one of your friends. Or friends with quotation marks. Fucking lamp. Lamp.
Range spell attack, it's not gonna work then. Because they're too close.
You can see all the glitter in my dice because the light's on them. Look at all my glittery dice.
Children.
We're communicating.
Can you look at my glittery dice for a minute? Look at the purple one.
Scam them.
You just like nut? Are you okay?
No, it's funny. Something to meme. Both good memes.
I hope you know that my character only cares about one of you guys.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. I mean,
Did you not realize that already?
not only does my character like high key want to like, but my character's also just like, yeah, they seem cool.
I saved you.
Yeah. So my
I
character.
literally saved you.
Yeah, my
yeah, but
character's
like,
like,
how
yeah,
did you
they're
not
cool.
put that together? Like
I
the
saved
first
him.
thing.
No, that's
The first thing that was said to you
No,
when
I-
you met was like, "Hey, do you want to fuck?"
I got it. It's fine.
And then there was, hey, sexy. And then there was my character trying to convince you to let them see under your robes. There was a lot.
Yeah, that was kind of a thing. I'm just gonna slash at a few of these with the short sword.
All right, roll to see if you hit those bad boys.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the short sword. Well, I rolled a 15 plus
Let me
something.
see your e-boy.
That hits.
Okay.
No, it's not
Does
e.
anyone have the damage of a short sword on them?
1d6, I believe, but I can look it up.
I can't find it right now.
I dropped it.
Yeah, 1d6.
I'm really glad. No, it can't. I'm really glad Danny forgets like the most meaningful conversations we had when I was dying in a hospital in Redwater.
Are you surprised?
I know.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of Danny fucking squeaking.
I thought you were gonna stop it. Okay.
7 damage? 7 is the number you need. So you go fucking ham on these spiders with a short sword.
No,
You're
I
just-
have one
You're
hit
just
point
like
left.
ripping them apart mercilessly. And as you dismember a few of them with a sword, the rest skitter away into the darkness.
I'm sobbing.
And for this encounter, along with your fight with the giant spider, you earn 150 XP each.
That makes me 200.
Wait, they left?
Yes.
Wait, how much do you start with in first level?
Zero.
Start with
Zero.
anything? Okay, great. One.
You don't have to
how
do any
much is
math
it
yet.
to?
I'm
Level
scared
up.
of math.
Let me find out. I think it's 300, but I could be wrong.
You lost my hair tie.
Would you fucking stop losing your hair tie?
It wasn't
Jesus
me
fucking
this time.
Christ.
It was them.
Swear to God, I'm gonna blow my brains.
I almost have as much experience as there are.
Hunter, aren't you
first
so
generation
disappointed in them?
Pokemon.
They keep losing things.
What the fuck? You did it.
No one did it.
You need 300 to level up.
Okay, so I need 100 more. Someone kill me. No, wait.
That's not how it works.
I know. That gets
Someone
it a
murder
0.
me.
They're like, someone kill me. My character peeks up. They're like,
So yeah, are y'all just gonna continue on?
Yeah, I need to be healed. I have 1 hit point. Does anyone have healing?
Nope.
Oh no.
So you've dealt with the spiders and continue on your path, and eventually you run into a room.
I
cut
go
in-
back with them, by the way.
Okay, I assumed. Cut into the stone wall on the right. Inside, there appears to be a wooden platform suspended by a series of pulleys and chains, and underneath that there appears to be basically a shaft leading down. And there's a large amount of not the kind of shaft, you fucker. There's a large amount of chain coiled around a spool with a wooden crank on it on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Okay.
touch the wooden crank.
You touch the crank, it feels like wood.
Can I crank it?
You want to crank it?
Can I crank your crank?
So the crank is on the platform. Are you stepping onto the platform?
Yes.
Okay. So you step onto the platform and you give it a crank and you hear this sort of creaking, groaning wood and metal, and the platform lowers by like a couple of feet and then stops as you stop cranking.
Oh.
You don't want to come on?
I thought you were gonna die immediately.
Yeah. I was like,
Sorry.
Bless you.
what?
Do we want to rest for a moment? Some of you don't look too great.
oh, I'm good.
I mean, I'm fine.
If you guys want to keep going, it's fine. I can hold myself.
Oh,
Fucking blood
Yeah.
oozing.
you're really bloody.
Yep. But if you guys want to keep going, it's all. I can do that too.
Covered in spider bites.
I mean, you're already on there. Let's just go. Wait, hold on. Well, if you die, who's really buff? Who's the buffest? I can't drag a body.
I've got +1 in strength.
Leave me here and tell my dad that I'm dead. I'll give you his business card. Oh, we don't have business cards. It's fantasy.
Has been Quinn, Order of the Quinn Mining Service has.
Do you have a map with your location circled?
I have
This
my
is my
town
corpse.
name.
Can you ping him? Send him your location.
Bring, bring. Yeah, Dad, I'm dead. I need you to come get my
Dad,
corpse.
come pick me up.
Dad, there's spiders.
Pick me up.
So
Pick
are
me
you
up,
are you
Mom.
gonna go on the fucking platform and spin that cranky boy?
Yeah, probably should. Well, I mean,
The path
Yeah.
also continues past the room, by the way.
oh. Whoa.
Does someone who's strong, like, has more health, want to crank the crank down and see how far it goes?
Oh, I guess I could go.
Okay. I'm gonna crank it back up so
If
it's
you
level.
don't see me come back, then it's because I'm dead and you can't revivify my ass.
Sure.
Don't die, you're
Okay.
our healer.
Not
Okay.
right now, I'm not, apparently.
Okay, so
Perhaps
you
I'll go with you.
You're going with her?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're staying at the top, right?
Yep.
And Jasper, are you staying at the top with Jason?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sure.
you step onto the platform and begin cranking this woody boy.
Be my guest.
And after what feels like a quite a long time, you reach the bottom, and it thuds onto the ground, and the whole thing kind of shudders, and the chain clinks. And you see that you're in like another little cutaway in the wall, and there's a short path, and then you can see just outside of this path, it looks like a great, grand, 40-foot wide path with a railing on one side, sloping back up, and then there's like level ground extending away into the darkness. So you suspect this is the bottom of that path.
We don't need to walk down all those stairs.
It's a slope, there's no stairs.
We don't need to walk down that slope. It's an elevator.
Fantasy.
Let's go back up. Elevator.
I hate that. So you begin cranking it back up, and at the top the chain stops, rattles a little bit, and then like 30 seconds later it begins cranking up the opposite direction.
Okay.
There is also a crank at the top that you two could use if you wanted to help it go up faster. It's basically your
Press
call
up.
elevator button.
Just hit the up button a little faster. Hit it more. Sometimes it goes up faster if you hit it more.
So that first of all, that's not how elevators work.
It is.
Nope. Second of all, it doesn't take long before you get back up to the top, and
Going down.
You can share your
Beep, beep.
discoveries.
I'd go on.
Okay. Jasper, you gonna go on the elevator too?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys all
It's an
take
elevator.
6 damage of falling.
Yeah, the elevator breaks now. No, so you go back down another fairly long adventure. And
Kidding. Mostly.
so the area you're in now, grand is an understatement. It's dummy thick.
That's an
You
overstatement.
can't see the ceiling. You can see the floor now because you're on it, but you can't see any of the like other walls really. And you're in like a little landing area at the bottom of this pathway, and you can see that sort of in front of you, motherfucking lamp. You can see that like in front of you there is this other. It basically looks like fairly short walls. Like they're still decent walls, but these were clearly not the main defenses of the city. And there's like this sort of rusted, collapsed gate that's been broken and now stands open. And you suspect that these would have been the final gates to what at some point was the city of Farnholm. So you pass through the gates and into the city, a once great nation of dwarves. Many of the houses are now open, some are boarded up, some are crushed by falling debris from a ceiling you can't see. As you enter the city, you hear this sort of scuttling and scraping sound just permeating from around you. You aren't sure where it's coming from with all the echoes and
It's a lot of
reverberations.
dwarves riding, not squirrels.
Skeletons?
No.
You can see like this sort of. It looks skeletons.
I meant like the skeleton riding.
The spider jockey from Minecraft. You can
Dwarf jockey.
you can see a trail of once again spider blood leading away into the city,
Okay.
and there are many
He really was a
cobwebs.
citizen. Oh my god, we just committed treason.
No, oh no.
So among the myriad of houses and side streets, you see 3 main avenues laid out before you. One leading away to your left, sort of diagonally, one leading directly in front of you, and one leading
To the right.
to the right. Yeah, sorry, diagonally away from you. The one on the left has a curious addition. Nailed into the floor, the stone floor, quite recently by the lack of rust on the nail, is a cloak, identical to the one worn by the dwarf in the bar, and there are scratch marks on the floor leading away in that direction.
Wait, I'll go inspect the cloak.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll investigation.
13.
There's dried blood on the cloak.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
It's nailed to the floor?
Very hastily.
Yeah, I'm assuming I can pull the nail out
Yes.
or at least rip it off.
You
What
can pull
does-
the nail.
What did Jasper say? He was too quiet.
Does it look like this is marking something buried, or is it just like, hey, I went this way?
Well, I mean, there are scratches in the floor leading away that way, so it's a possible, like, hey, I went this way, but it's hard to tell.
I mean,
I'm gonna pick up the
It's
cloak
saying
and
I went
like
this way.
look at it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start following down that path.
is that cloak special?
I mean, it just looks like a regular cloak.
Does it look
currently.
magical?
It looks like a regular cloak.
Oh, okay.
Are
Do
you
an
following
Arcana
too?
check on it.
Okay, so you all
Can I-
begin.
Can we see if it's magical?
Can you do you have detect magic?
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Okay. You don't know. I can see that there's only one digit from here. You don't
Yeah.
know.
No.
So you begin walking down the avenue with the scratches in the floor. The road itself is made of stone tiles with a wide, solid gold band running down the middle. The tiles all have intricate carvings depicting various symbols and images, and on either side of the road there are various buildings that you suspect were once shops and houses. Many have collapsed. Just on the edge of your dark vision, you can see a few scattered small spiders run away into the ruins whenever you come close, and there are cobwebs strung between many things. So eventually, you come across a wide clearing. The gold band arcs into a circle around this colossal stone building in the middle. It's surrounded by a high wall, and you can see a number of chimneys coming off of it, as well as sort of lying throughout this courtyard several large metal buckets, and there's a sealed gate made of iron bars. Standing on a pedestal in front of the gate is a suit of resplendent armor. Despite the squalor of everything around it, the armor is perfectly clean. There's also a small collection of dead spiders on the ground all around the building, and the scratch marks lead past the gate into the large structure.
Well, I'm gonna go into the large structure.
I'm no ranger, but I think we have to go in there.
Can I check the armor?
Roll perception.
It didn't fail me. I put it on a 1. Perception?
Perception. Or
21.
investigation, whichever is higher.
They're the same.
Okay. So you look at this suit of armor, and as you go close to it, you can hear this sort of metallic creaking as the head slowly turns and looks back at you.
Hello, brother. So I see you're finally awake.
Silence. You're still about 10 feet away from it now. And you can also see that there's a nice, unlike all of the other areas of the floor that are intricately carved, there's a completely smooth circle of the floor around the suit of armor. And you're just outside of that circle.
If I step back 1, does his head turn away?
Yes, it looks back where it was looking before, which is towards the gates of this
Can
building.
I put my foot closer?
It turns back towards you with its head. Yeah, you're fucking with it.
Yeah, I'm like, in, out.
The
in,
creaking of
out.
metal echoes through the city.
Okay, stop. Can I see if it's magical?
Are you just gonna look at it?
Yeah.
It looks fucking magic. Like it's a suit of armor that just looked at you.
So we're not going to mess with that. Let's carry on.
Okay. So, the gates are opened by a lever which is heavily rusted. And as you go to pull it, creaking and snapping, it breaks off. So you could try and find another way to use the switch, or you could try and scale the walls, or you could just force the gate. Come on.
I have mending.
Oh, you just
I mend
mending.
it.
You mend it? Can someone turn the light back on? You mend the motherfucker. Put it on.
Maybe I'll say.
So yeah, you fix the lever and pull it, the gate opens. And you pass through, it doesn't sound like that, it sounds like this metallic creaking and groaning. It sounds like it shouldn't sound the way it does. Yes, that's what it sounds like. So you pass through a gate into a large courtyard surrounding this building that has this grand open entryway in one wall. Its purpose becomes more clear to you as you walk towards it. You see hundreds of anvils lined up, as well as casts for various armor and swords, and funnels for water and hot metal. This was a forge of colossal size that now lies dormant and cold. The courtyard is strewn with the skeletons of dwarves, some wrapped in spider webs, as well as hundreds of dead spiders. And you see probably a dozen or so small spiders that skitter away as you come close to them. And as you enter, you see a gruesome sight. Perhaps 100 dwarves, all suspended from the ceiling by strands of web and cocooned, silently dead. The tools of the blacksmiths lie scattered across the floor, dozens of hammers and tongs, as well as rusted swords and daggers. You see the scratches lead to one cocoon, which also has a pile of dead spiders under it. It also appears to be wriggling about 10 feet off the ground.
That's how I party.
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling is out of sight,
Okay.
but the string comes down and the cocoon is about 10 feet off the ground.
We're technically in that dwarven place, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
city of Farnham.
Did that guy give us any specific place
Is
in the town?
He basically said, my brother was supposed to go to the gates
No,
and
no,
come
no,
back.
like the guy with the letter.
The guy with the letter? No, he said, meet me in the city.
Is there anything that I could climb on top of to get me up to that height to reach up and try and get
There's
down?
sort of like a second floor landing. You aren't sure where the stairs are currently, but you could probably climb a pillar or something to get up there, and then you'd be, if you stretched within arm's reach of the cocoon, basically.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do that.
All right, roll athletics or acrobatics, your preference.
So, sorry, one of the cocoons is moving?
Yes, wriggling gently.
I'm gonna grab some daggers. that I
11.
see on the ground.
11? Yeah, you can climb up it. Barely. It's loud. They're rusted and unusable as weapons, but you could take them if you
we'll
wanted
take
to.
them.
Okay.
And like a few hammers.
So you reach up to it, and you grab it,
Yeah.
basically. And you feel like the sort of like muffled sound. Like, woo, woo, woo.
Can anyone catch?
I can try.
Stand underneath it, please. I'm gonna just pull down and hope that it comes off.
Okay, you give it a tug, and you hear some crumbling stone.
Move!
Nothing else happens.
Why don't you
Use
just
your
cut
dagger.
it?
Yeah.
You can do a strength check if you'd like to try and tug it again.
No.
No?
Just cut
Could
it
I cut
straight.
it?
Like,
You
oh my
can
goodness.
cut it.
Okay, great. Do I have to roll or no? Okay, great.
You cut it. Roll a strength check.
Just
What-
straight?
Just strength.
Just straight? Just my strength modifier?
Oh, okay.
8.
So you're standing underneath it, and wham! It's just heavier than you expected it to be. Flattened underneath it, and you take second here, 4 damage.
I'm bloody.
You've been bloodied by this thing thumping on top of you, and you hear much louder muffling
I'm
from
gonna,
within,
I'm gonna run, like, I'm gonna just kind of
like skitter down.
skitter down and I'm
Yeah.
gonna run towards it and start, like,
Okay.
I'm gonna roll it off of them first and I'm gonna start tearing the webs off.
Okay, so inside is a dwarf with short and rugged black hair and a black beard and dark brown eyes. He says, "You lot, what are you doing here?" "I'm Orson. I came here to discover the fate of this place."
Yeah. We know your brother. Can you come with us?
You're like, I'm not done my monologue.
How did your dumb ass get caught here? Okay, we had to fight so many spiders to get here. We came to save you. I expect some thank yous.
You were so heavy, you almost killed me.
Did
Oh, I am
your
Allira.
friend try and catch me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. One of those beasts took me down here. I wasn't exactly prepared for it.
Understandably, no one expected to fight a giant spider here either, but...
Did you find the giant one? Did you kill it?
I have 1 hit point
No,
left.
we took one leg from it.
I see. That's not good.
I wouldn't assume so. So
Enter
we
initiative.
should go?
Why are you here?
Why am I here?
Yes.
We're here to meet with... Oh, no.
Gracchus.
What's this?
Hyperion.
Hyperion Gracchus.
Hyperion.
Kraken. We're here
Captain
with
Jack.
Kraken. Oh, I'm fine.
Who?
I'm gonna push him off of like Danny's character.
No, I already pushed him off.
Yeah,
Danny's
he's
okay,
like-
never
I'm
mind.
just like, you're
He
like
sort of like
stunned.
stands
like,
up and like dusts himself off a little bit. And he sort of like looks around and he's like,
My
"You're
monologue.
looking for someone.
Yes.
Well, we were looking for you as well.
You kind of came with the mix.
Did you find who you were looking for?"
No.
No.
Well, as it turns out, I'm also looking for something. So, perhaps a little tit for tat. You help me find what I want.
Maybe a little tit for tit.
No, I help you find what you want.
Alright, seems fair.
All right.
Can you heal me?
No, I cannot.
Yeah, what are you
I
looking
cannot.
He sort of like lifts up his hand and you see like a small fire starts and he's like, "I can set you on fire."
I'm at 1 hit point. I don't think that's gonna help.
What are you
Understandable.
What are you looking for?
Should we find a safe place to rest for a moment?
What am I looking for?
Mm.
Dwarven cities all have an artifact that lends them legitimacy. In Farnholm's case, it was the shield of Farnholm. I was sent here by the king, the High King of the Dwarves in Kingsholm, to find it and bring it back to him, because once he has the shield, our laws state that he can attempt to reclaim the city. Until then, technically, Farnholm still exists, so we can't march an army in here to reclaim it.
Excuse me, sir.
What?
I
Yeah.
have a hammer. Does that help?
That does not help.
Shit.
There was armor
Well,
outside. Did you see that?
Yes, it was a trap, basically designed to protect the forges from thieves, not spiders.
Understandably so.
Thank you.
I feel like it should have protected protected you from spiders as well.
I wasn't here when the spiders
Do
came
I
here.
notice the ring on
Right.
his hand?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure it's still him.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
However, I'm going to assume, based on all the dead dwarves, that there were a lot of spiders.
Good guess.
Probably at least 3. I love this.
Well, guess who's good at math?
Not
This
you.
guy.
Are you going to help me find the shield?
Yes.
Well, hold on. Why would we want him to start a war?
He's not starting a war. He's just.
Bringing it back.
It's
to
not a war if no
start
one's
a
there to fight
war.
him.
It's not a war.
You would just get rid of the spiders.
The laws of our people say that we can't come here to help until the kingdom is dissolved. Once we have the artifact, the kingdom of Farnholm will no longer exist. We can come in here and kill the spiders and re-establish it.
They're basically just giving this place life again, and it seems to be very lacking in that at the moment.
You're damn right. I'm not lacking in health.
Are you drunk?
You hit me really hard.
With alcohol?
No, your brother wasn't drinking either.
That's good. Is he okay?
You looked really depressed.
Understandable.
He wouldn't take my bread.
You tried to give him bread.
Well, like,
He wasn't drinking.
my father baked, like, me a loaf of, like, pretzel bread. I know it's, like, super awesome and cool. But he didn't take it.
I see.
And
That's interesting.
I couldn't give you any because I gave it to a homeless
I
man who
don't
didn't
want the
have a
pretzel
leg.
bread anyways, so it's okay. I'm glad that you gave it to the man with one leg.
Yeah.
Poor.
He doesn't have any hair, and I tried to braid his
How do
hair.
you know he has one leg?
Because he said he has one leg.
He said homeless, not one leg.
No, I
Did
said
you?
both.
Did you?
Oh.
Okay. I was like, bruh.
He said he has one leg. Does he not? Does he have 2 legs? Does he have no legs?
No, he
How
has
many
one
legs
leg.
does he have? Does he
I
have
think
3?
he has one.
We think he has one.
We think
He
he has
might
one.
have 3.
Maybe he has 3
He
legs.
could have 3.
How do you get a third leg? I didn't see a third leg.
You grow a 3rd leg
Where?
Well, damn.
anywhere.
May
Why
I
did he
ask
wink
if
at
you
me?
have
What does
any
that mean?
idea where the artifact might
The
be?
shield should be here in the Grand Forges. As you can see, I was jumped looking for it.
By who?
A spider. The fuck did you think?
A spider can jump you.
Yeah.
It was a big spider.
How big was a spider?
Not as big as the really big one, but pretty big.
Did he
Bigger
have like a
than
knife
spider.
or like?
It didn't have a knife, no. This was a couple of days ago.
How are you still
How did
alive?
you get jump if you didn't have a knife?
Are you hungry?
Yes.
A little bit.
Can you offer him some rations and I will offer you wedges?
What's a wedge? I gave my rations to the wolves.
No, you gave them meat, not the bread.
Shit, you want some dried bread?
Okay.
Let's split it though. I'm like dead. And if this is Skyrim logic, if I ate like 8 bread,
It's
I might...
not Skyrim logic.
Oh, fuck. I'm glad that you know Skyrim isn't your favorite novel too.
Yes. I read it 3 times as a kid.
Me too. It's like the only book I've ever read ever.
I like the bread though.
Okay, I rip up like half a bread.
Okay. So you share some bread and he's like, are you going to follow me to the artifact? I think I know where it should be according to our last visit some 100 years ago.
Wow, were there people here 100 years ago?
Yes, actually, it was quite a lively city.
What happened to it?
I don't know.
Baz, Ben, him, men going on over the medical
No.
Why? Why? Why?
Yeah, there were people here 100 years ago. It was no great dwarven city, but it was alive.
I thought this. Oh wow.
Shall we follow him?
I feel like we should.
Alright, so you're led through more...
Wait.
Okay. Nice one. Are you going to sneak?
We are apparently going
Let's
to
sneak!
Yes, sir. Have advantage.
Go.
That is a
Not
10.
so good, but okay.
And that is
Okay, that's a 6.
Okay, so 10.
plus 6. Plus 6.
10 is plus 6 is 16.
10 was plus 6.
16.
16. So you are led through more winding halls as Orson murmurs quietly to himself. Although
What's he murmuring?
he just sounds like he's trying to like remember where to go, basically.
He's like, oh fuck, fucking
Oh
lost.
fuck, was it left or right? I think it was left.
Oh fuck! Should have to that left in Albuquerque.
You really can't do a Scottish accent.
Fuck no!
We've got 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
I've gone between Fia and whatever Godly's is and Scottish.
The ceiling is still always out of sight in the darkness, and beyond the crisscrossing webs. Eventually, you enter a great hall, and you can see the remnants of a fire pit in the middle, as well as dozens of dead dwarves in rusted armor, surrounded by spiders of all size, really. And, like, you know, some are like normal spider sized, and some are as big as dogs, and some are bigger. Hung on the back wall, maybe 20 feet up, and in an iron cage is a gold-plated shield with 4 symbols on it. In the top left, a heron. In the top right, a hammer. In the bottom left, the Ouroboros, which is the symbol of the dragon of fire, the dwarven religion. And in the bottom right, a 3-pointed crown. Also in the room, there are 8 pillars. Each has a symbol carved into it, as well as an empty sconce. Going from far back left to far right, there are sort of 2 rows of 4. So, going from back left, back right, and then so on, listing the symbols. It is 2 crossed swords, a 5-pointed crown, a hammer, a crow's talon, a 3-pointed crown, a heron, an axe, and the Ouroboros. And standing against the back wall are 2 completely polished suits of armor. And then, yes.
This really is Skyrim. So, from my Skyrim logic, we have to be careful because we have to solve this puzzle, and the suits of armor are traps as well. They'll come to life, and they're really hard to kill unless you have, like, a great axe. So, like...
Shit, I should have been a barbarian. But then I would have been Kizza.
Alright, yeah, so you can look around.
Kizza, but hotter.
You can look around. Use your sneaky boy.
difficult
What are you
task.
investigating?
Bro, we're looking around. Come here.
I'm good.
Bro, come on.
Hmm?
Suits of armor.
The suits of armor?
Oh, okay.
So as you look, oh yeah, roll. Sorry. For that.
Perception or investigation?
What are you investigating? Jason's investigating the suits of armor. Pick something to look at.
Everything, bruh.
15.
15. What'd you get?
21.
21. So the suits of armor are
17.
basically. Are you looking at anything in particular?
I'm gonna look at these pillars.
Okay, so the suits of armor, we'll start with you, are basically identical to the ones outside. Jasper, are you going to investigate anything as well?
Yes, keeping an eye out for anything getting close to us.
Okay.
Like keeping watch.
Okay. As you look around the room,
Oh, you were okay.
yeah, so the suits
I
of
was-
armor are basically the same as the ones outside.
Yeah,
Oh,
Only they
okay.
don't look at you.
they're like...
As you look around the room, you can notice that in random places around the fire pit in the middle, there are 4 spikes coming up. Basically, they're very small, only a couple of inches at most, sort of coming up from various points around the fire.
Please don't do that motion, Daddy.
And
Nope,
as
right.
you look at the pillars, you're able to identify that some of the symbols.
I was just going like the 4 points, and then I was like,
Some of the symbols are identical to the ones on the shield, and then some are just completely different.
Is there any like thing that looks like it's not like? I'm trying to see if there's any traps like within the pillars. So like, is there any like rough marks or like there's like a circle kind of etched very lightly and that like a spike could come out of or anything could hurt us?
It doesn't really seem like that.
Okay.
So there's spikes.
Yeah, alongside the fire pit,
Here.
which is full of a nice dried wood selection.
Are there any like rocks like rubble around?
Surprisingly, not really in this room. This room was very clearly constructed sturdier than most of the other ones.
Can I have one of the hammers that you took?
Yeah. One of my 3 hammers that I took.
I'm gonna just chuck it towards one of the
No, my
The
hammer.
suits of armor.
suits of armor, but I'm gonna chuck it like I don't want to hit it. I just want it to land like in front of it close enough that like if it were to move it would look.
Okay. So it lands on the ground with clatter. Nothing happens.
Can you get my hammer
The dwarf
back?
kind of like looks at you like very shocked, and then realizes what you're doing, and so it goes back to studying the symbols.
He's
He
like,
doesn't-
oh.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk towards the armor.
Okay.
Orson, what are we? Oh no! You fell.
this come from?
Tie your shoelaces.
Not a banana peel.
Not
Yes, so
again.
sorry. What are you asking, Orson?
Why are you falling so much?
Orson did not fall. That was not canon.
Oh, I guess that was me. Ouch. You look so much taller from up here.
Anyways, are you going to ask him something?
Can you help me out?
All right. He helps you up.
Thank you. So what's up with all this?
It appears to be some kind of puzzle.
Oh, fuck Scar.
You don't know anything?
It
Nothing?
wasn't here last time I was. If it was, it certainly wasn't activated.
Does the armor move?
Possibly.
No.
I'm not the armor.
No, I walked up to the armor. I was
Oh,
asking
sorry.
the DM.
Sorry. No. It's
Possibly, I'm not the armor.
Yeah,
I
you walk up
touch
to it.
it.
It doesn't move. It's cold.
What's the shield? Where's the shield?
About like 20 feet up this smooth stone wall in a cage, basically built into the wall.
Okay, wait. And
What's the cage made out of?
It looks like iron.
Where's the fire pit?
In the middle of the room, on the floor.
How big is it?
Maybe 10 feet long, 5 feet wide. Like it's
Would I
a
be able to
fire
scale the
pit.
wall, or is the wall smooth?
It's smooth. You would definitely have a very tough time scaling the wall.
Why are there spikes around the fire pit? Nobody's gonna just step into the fire pit.
Oh
They're
god!
not all the way around. There's only 4.
Fallen.
What if you light the fire? Try lighting the fire.
Why are you telling the DM? Light your own damn fire.
I'm telling the character this time, you dumb fuck!
Alright. So he walks over to the fire and he pulls out a flint and steel.
He's got fucking...
Yeah. What?
Okay.
It's a
Sure.
dwarf.
I know, but no, that's not what I meant. I'm like, he has flame hands. He could just fucking like...
Oh, no,
Oh,
that
right.
hurts, but okay.
A few minutes left. We have to figure this out.
So he lights the fire,
We're done.
and you can see the room is now mostly lit up.
Okay.
You gonna look at anything?
Yeah, what's the symbols on the shields again?
So roll investigation.
18.
Okay, so you notice that the symbols are the Ouroboros, the hammer, the heron, and the three-pointed crown. And as you look closer, now you see that each symbol has a small golden spike reaching in from the border. The longest is the Ouroboros, then the hammer, then the heron, and finally the three-pointed crown.
Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, or is it?
I can't remember what that is, sorry.
Okay, so
It's not important.
there's the 4 spikes.
You can
Are
investigate the room if you want
Are
to.
there the spikes on the pillar symbols too?
Well, as you look up at the pillars now, you notice that the fire casts shadows from the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
The longest is the Ouroboros, then the hammer, then the heron, and then the three-pointed crown.
Great.
And each of the spikes reaches up to a sconce, on which, if you don't know, is basically a torch holder with an unlit torch in it,
Okay.
on the pillar. And these sconces are all at different heights on each pillar.
Which is the lowest?
Give me those spikes.
The lowest
Maybe.
is the 5-pointed crown, but that is not one of the symbols on the shields, and none of the shadows from the 4 spikes go onto that one. So the shadows only reach onto the symbols that are on the shields.
Can you move the spikes?
Can I try and pick up a spike? Never mind.
I got 4 candles.
This is a weird puzzle.
What if we put them into the sconces?
Okay, so...
Maybe
Certainly try, because we only have 3 minutes left.
Alright.
5 minutes.
So with the fire here, there's how many poles around it?
There are
Pillars?
8 pillars around it in a 2x4 grid.
Your laptop is a minute behind.
Your phone's a minute behind.
Suck
Suck my tickle a dick.
And then there's the shield, and on the shield, there's 4 spikes around it. So, okay, wait. The shield has what on it?
The shield has Allow me to find it.
It's a
In
bird.
the top left, a heron, so a bird. The top right, a hammer. The bottom left, an Ouroboros. And the bottom right is a 3-pointed crown.
Okay. Which one's got spikes?
Okay, so which ones have the spikes lit up?
So the 4 pillars that have the spikes lit up are all of the same, those 4 pillars.
Okay.
Okay.
And the longest shadow is the Ouroboros, followed by the hammer, followed by the heron, followed by the 3-pointed crown. That's getting progressively shorter, which you'll notice is also the same on the shield. They
Ouroboros, and then the hammer.
Yeah.
And then the 3-pointed crown.
Nope, sorry, then the heron, then the 3-pointed crown.
Then the heron, and then the 3-pointed crown.
So
Yes.
then do we do 3-pointed crown first because it's the shortest, or Ouroboros because it's the longest?
So there's torches.
I would say the longest.
I'd say the shortest.
Where's the longest?
The longest is the Ouroboros.
How far away is the Ouroboros from the shield?
Oh yeah, how much closer?
The Ouroboros is the farthest from the shield, pillar-wise. Out of those 4, the Ouroboros is the farthest.
Crown it is! Is the crown the closest?
Nope.
What's the closest?
The closest is 2 crossed swords and a 5-pointed crown are the 2 closest.
Nope, not those. Next.
Next is a hammer and a crow's talon.
Hammer. Okay.
Then a 3-pointed crown and a heron. Then an axe and the Ouroboros.
I don't like either of those.
You know what plan I like?
So we have to put the sconces in, and I'm thinking we put them in crown, bird, hammer, Boris. That's
Sure.
what my plan is. But
Go
I don't
for
know
it.
what the sconces are. No, wait. I've got candles.
Could we get past the iron cage?
The gate?
If we
You
could get up
really
to the...
don't think so. It's well built, and
We
like
have
it's stayed well
Put
built this
the
whole time.
things into the things.
Mm-hmm. But where are the things to put into the things?
They're on the pillars. The sconces are on the pillars.
Oh.
So it's a
Okay, I
light.
light
No,
it.
but what do we...
Wait, I take the little thingy and I stick it in the fire.
What
I
the
light
thingy?
Torch from the sconce.
Yeah.
Okay,
light
you're holding a lit torch now.
I lit.
Do you want to put it back in the sconce?
Yeah.
Wait, I take the other 3. And I
Okay.
light them.
Okay, so you light all of them, and
Okay.
as you put a torch into the 3-pointed crown one,
Yeah.
you said, you put it and it sinks down, clicks, and then goes back up.
It clicked.
Put it in the next one.
Bird,
Goes down, clicks, and goes back up.
hammer,
Goes down, clicks, goes back up.
Ouroboros.
It goes down, clicks, and stays down.
Okay, so Ouroboros.
Ouroboros is first. Hammer.
Okay, yep. And at this point, I'm just going to say you figured it out.
Okay.
Okay.
They all 4 go down and metallically click. The cage opens up and the shield gradually lowers. And at the same time, the
Now
2
the
suits of
armor's
armor
full.
clank to life.
Ah,
So we'll get to that next time.
Great.
Congratulations.
Thanks. You figured out my very...
You figured out my
Easy.
riddle!
My fire wheel.
You should probably stop it before one of us says something weird.
Probably.
Balls? You like dick and balls?
You guys were trying to do with that puzzle and gave up playing us.
You like dick and balls?
That's fair. It's a little bit weird trying to explain with just voice. Because it was a very location heavy. It was a very location.
Intelligence, so he's not the smartest.
That's fair.
Hey, man.
What's
like
with
dick
you
and
recently
balls?
and not playing smart characters?
Do you want this crust? Okay, I don't either. Help. Help.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop
I
recording now.
rolled bad for a stat, and it would make sense. if
Nice.
I have intelligence. So
So Danny forgot the
What?
very...
Where's...
Did you say mice?
Nice.
Nice.
Good
Okay.
lord,
Okay.
child.
Nice.
I'm stopping now.
Okay.